Oh my God, dude. What's
All right,
good?
so my boy, he doesn't watch baseball. I love baseball. We got a big,
What's up,
big
everybody?
series this
Welcome to
weekend. The Braves do.
Untitled Podcast. This
So he
is
was
episode
like,
number
"So what
one.
should I
Super
pick on
exciting for me.
his
What you're
what is
about
this
to see is
FanDuel
uncut
Sportsbook?"
footage, okay, of me and
So I'll
Andrew
give
just
you the
shooting the
picks.
bull,
He's
hanging
just
out.
asking me for the
Andrew is
team, the
my
favorite team to
number
win.
one in
I'll tell
crypto.
you what I chose. He's
This is
got
kind of the
the first
story, a
matchup
little
is
bit of
White Sox
everything that
Cards.
we like to talk about, all wrapped into one.
What do
I'm
you
not
got
taking a
there?
single White Sox, but plus
Ooh, you're
everything
taking
that
the
we just
Cards.
enjoy. I'm not taking a single White Sox. Sports or old work stuff. They are the Hornets of the baseball. So thank you for watching.
All
Enjoy.
right,
Jesus
so you're going
Christ, that's
Cards
horrible.
first pick.
They look like a triple A team. Nearly 5 hours. Playing pro team.
Baltimore,
So thank you for checking it
Cincy.
out. Hold on, what was the spread?
All right, on those Sox
Mhm.
Cards.
Yeah.
I don't know what spread means.
Oh my God, that's the point spread. How much points they're giving them?
I
Killing
don't
me,
know.
Smalls.
I don't know anything about gambling, bro. You saw me in Vegas.
True story.
You saw me in
Forgot
Vegas. I
about
was
that,
like, I'll
dude.
sit at the table. I'll play every third hand. You bringing drinks, right? All right, bring them
Uh-huh.
on. Bring them on.
Uh-huh.
All
Vodka
right,
Red Bull,
so
please. Vodka
this is
Red
what
Bull,
it
please.
says. I see plus 3.5 for the Sox, minus 3.5 for Cards.
Okay, plus 3.5 for the Sox.
And
You're
then
only
to the
getting three
right
and a
it
half. 3.5's a big spread.
for baseball
Are
for
they at
sure.
home or away?
Ooh, I don't. They didn't tell me that right off the gate. Good.
Usually the second team is the home team. So is it Sox at Cards?
It says Sox first, then Cards second.
So I'm going to say Cards are home. So they're giving the White Sox an extra run. So really 2.5 with an extra run. I'll still take the Cardinals.
Okay, all right.
Even
So
with
you
the
take
even with the
Cards
spread.
there.
Yeah, even with the spread.
We got Baltimore at Cincinnati Reds. We got Baltimore. Jesus Christ,
Close
it's already
enough,
bad.
dude.
Minus 1.5. Reds plus 1.5.
1.5 at home. So they're saying it's going to be a half run game. Let's pick them.
Kind of is.
Who start? Does it say who's starting?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
We got Mullins for Baltimore. Don't know who the fuck that is.
Okay.
And we got Green for the Reds.
Um, what's
I'll tell you the three numbers it shows me. So it
Okay.
shows minus 1.5 for Baltimore,
Mm-hmm.
plus 1.5 for Cincinnati. The
Mm-hmm.
next number to the right, I don't know what the number means. It's a screenshot. I can't scroll up to see what it means. Minus 110 for Baltimore, minus 116 for Reds.
That's how much you win if you bet 100,
Okay.
or
Third
how much you
number
have to bet to win 100. I'm sorry.
says O as in Oscar,
Mm-hmm.
as if you're ordering a compressor. 5.5.
That's the over 5.5 runs for the game
Okay,
for
so
the
then
game.
the under for the Reds is 5.5.
Okay. Mullins, what's his ERA? It doesn't say, does it?
I could tell you real quick, actually.
This matters because
'Cause
the Orioles
I
are
got
the
fucking.
Orioles are a power
That's
hitting
what
team.
I literally was like looking at when he asked me a couple of them. Like I was just kind of like blah blah blah.
Right.
One was the A's, and I was like, don't ever choose the A's to win
Well,
unless
no.
you're
Here's
trying
the
to win
thing:
big.
the Orioles are
Unless you're
power
trying to
team.
win big.
The Orioles power hit. They don't hit for
Let's
bases
see.
and stuff like that. They're power hitting. They're
All
what
right,
the
so
Braves
C
were
Mullins.
last year.
Let's see what we got here. Stats for C Mullins. He is pitching this year. Jesus Christ, not Chris Mullen. Jesus
Close
Christ.
enough, bro. Not Baltimore, other side of the country, but
Just literally.
whites.
You want to go west, brother?
Picking whites, whatever. We're all
Jesus
the same.
Christ. Orioles baseball. Gotta get real
Orioles.
specific for Google. I literally Chris Mullen. It might not be Chris. Why are they putting Chris?
Maybe it's Christopher.
Chris. Let's just go Mullen stat. Okay, Cedric. Jesus.
Cedric.
He has, and that is not a pitcher.
Cedric.
All right, well,
Don't count your
good luck.
tips
We're
in
making
public.
choices off.
So yeah, if his ERA is under 4, I'm taking the Orioles. If his ERA is over 4, I'm taking the
Maybe
Reds.
the game was live when he actually.
Okay.
I think that's what's happening. Yeah. When he sent me the screenshot, because now I'm looking at it, it says at bat Cedric Mullins, P.H. Green. So
Okay.
I think those games are already maybe started, but
Okay.
unless it's just showing the leadoff
Maybe.
for the gamble screen, they're like, choose off the first batter.
It's not Acuna hitting, so you don't know.
That's true. He does have a good on base base percentage. His batting average is struggling a little bit, but so is the entire Braves lineup against the fastball.
Well, I was watching them play the other night, and I watched old boy throw fastballs by the whole team for the first 6 innings.
Yeah, but
When Freed went six no
don't get
hits.
me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The guy was nasty, but
Yeah, but fastballs,
not
bro,
not included. Even if you include that game, the past week, like it's been a struggle with the fastball. I've noticed.
still winning though.
Very true.
Only lost one, and that was on a
Number
walk off.
one team in baseball. So
Lost
F
on a
y'all if
walk off. I
you
can't be mad.
fuck everybody in here.
Exactly, dude. So I'm like, I would take the Orioles only because they're flaming hot, dude. They got power hitters. They play good defense. They're
They're
look.
scorching.
I don't
They're
know if you
scorching.
did you watch. So for y'all who not y'all are going to watch this back. Me and Andrew live near each other. Did you watch the Orioles AAA team play the Charlotte AAA team about 3 weeks ago?
No.
Sir, old boy for the Orioles AAA team hit it off the building across the street.
That's a long way.
I was like, what just happened? He hit the
That
ball.
might
They had
be-
27 runs. He had like a 14 RBIs or something stupid.
That might easily be 475
500
plus.
feet, absolutely. He hit it and it kept going across the street. You know how they had that little hill in the back?
Yes.
To the left of that, over the left field wall, there's a street
Yes.
and then a building. He hit it off the building. I've walked that area. I know how far that is. He tattooed the ball. Okay,
I
they
mean,
were out
dude.
of pitchers, so it was like a left fielder pitching. You know what I mean?
How cool is that though? That you could just hit a ball out of a ballpark and you might hit a car.
Dude,
You-
I know.
you-
It's
in
like kid
Charlotte-
stuff.
In Charlotte, you could hit a Lambo, an Audi.
Bro, absolutely.
You could crush an Audi windshield.
Teslas, dude. The amount of Teslas in Charlotte is out of control.
That was crazy when I first moved back. When I like the first few times I saw a Tesla, I was like, "Holy shit, a Tesla!" And now I'm like, "Yeah, it's a god. Get the fuck out of the way, you
Oh,
goddamn
look,
Tesla."
another Tesla.
Every god, it's like an Accord. It might as well be me driving uptown. It might
every
as well
time,
be-
every time I go to Charlotte, the worst part,
Let me write these
right,
down, actually.
right as I got ready to leave and quit and move on, there was a car that had a wreck on Independence, right near where all the car dealerships are. Right there where that truck with the mushroom drawing on the side of it is, you know? It's like happy
Yeah, yeah,
hippies, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
There was a Tesla in the middle of the road that had a bump up. A bump up. Do you understand me? And the car was shut down. And why was it shut down? Because it was dripping coolant. And the car was like, not today. Shut that bitch down in the middle of fucking Independence. 4 o'clock. A bazillion cars. It's Independence Avenue. Like there's,
On what, like a Tuesday of all days?
yeah, dude.
Did
Insane.
you ever notice? I don't know if you noticed when you were up there all the time, but you know Thursday is literally the least traffic of all
Which
the
is
days.
weird.
Friday morning is okay. Friday, because everybody leaves early. I leave early. Fuck that. I'm not staying until an hour before we're supposed to leave, 4 o'clock.
2 hours, sir.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I just took second lunch. We got a good 45 minutes of my brain working anymore for the rest of the week. We're out. We got a new guy, and I've noticed lately that Billy always sends like, edit that out if you need to, but
Nope.
operation manager always sends the newest people with me,
Yeah, bro.
and I'm like, it's not like I'm smarter than them. Usually it's the opposite. Usually I mean, I don't work well with other people. I need a second to think. I feel like it's just like he's likable. We'll send it with him. That way
You don't quit.
we're not. Was Rusty working when you were there?
Was he working?
Guy named
Yeah,
Rusty?
Yeah. Yeah, Rusty's my guy.
He's nobody's guy.
What happened?
All right.
Well, this is gonna be good. I haven't talked to Rusty in a while.
So
I got him a job there.
okay. So the first day, the new guy worked this week. His first week this week. The first day, Rusty needs help. I'm not shitting on the man. He's an older man, but
This is gonna be good.
he's asked me for help. He's asked me for help twice. 3 times this week. He's
Okay.
asked other people for help. The first time he asked for help was for a mini split panel. Excuse me, sir?
Panel on the outside or inside?
I mean, the indoor air handler.
The little plastic
It doesn't
panel.
matter. It wouldn't matter if it was fucking the out. It wouldn't matter if it was both panels. It's a mini split, sir.
It's the little Chinese units that you see on all the videos for everyone who watches this back. It's little one
A
that mount up on the wall.
3-year-old, a 3-year-old could grab it and go.
I knew this was gonna be fun, dude. I knew this.
What
was
are we doing, dude?
I knew this was gonna be good.
So I was just like, all right, I guess you need help with that. I don't understand what's happening. He asked Chris for help with the panel putting on the side of a unit.
Ask Chris. That was a wonderful idea.
Yeah, the smallest guy there.
Yeah, bro. The shortest person is gonna reach up the highest thing. Chris is like 5 foot flat.
So you need help with the shaft. I get to this
That's
place.
what she said.
It is a pretty big air handler. So I'm not like, oh, this is like, but honestly, the week before I changed 2 bearings on a shaft about the same size and I could figure it out.
Right?
God forbid.
God forbid.
So they send this kid over there. They send me over there. He needs help. So I help him get it up. The other kid comes over there. He's there for half a day. I go to another call. About, I don't know, 1, 2 o'clock, Billy calls me. He's like, hey, I'm about to send new guy with you. You know, I just don't want him to spend his whole first day with the Rusties.
Holy shit, dude. Fucking Billy's great. Oh my God. I love Billy, dude. He's great. I miss him, dude.
So I'm like, yeah, no problem, dude. Bring him on. So today, today's Friday, right? You know how the on-call switches, right?
100%. Yeah.
So, everybody's fucking just swamped with shit right now. So the new guys with me, we got like, I can't remember how many units it was, 5 or 6 at this middle school.
All right.
We're checking all this shit out. So he doesn't hit me up for once, thank God, because dude, you remember the lawyer's office, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ. On Morrison?
You remember that pan we put under there because the guy didn't want to change the unit? It's leaking like hell. And he's like, well, can we just put a pan
in the dentist
under
office you're talking
and
about?
then, it was in the dentist office, but it was that guy owns the whole building. So it's just Ron Jeremy's fucking building
100%.
to me.
Yep.
Because that's what he looks like. I don't give a shit what anybody says. 100%. It's Ron Jeremy.
And he's a lawyer.
He's a Charlotte lawyer.
Bro,
Ron
he drives
Jeremy
a Ferrari. He drives a red
graduated. Now he's got an AMG. Double parks it. Don't give a fuck.
Bro.
Like he has every other vehicle he ever has.
Yes. Big dick energy, dude.
So this motherfucker, we got all this shit going on, or at least I do, and this new guy's with me. So it's like now his shit's my shit, whatever. Today at probably 3:30, Rusty's in Valdez. Everybody's swamped with shit.
Billy's he's at Saft.
Yes. He's at the battery making place.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
For your goddamn Duracells. Anyway.
God almighty, this is good. I'm going to sleep so good, dude.
Dude. So, bro, this is the funny. So I was on call last week, so now I'm the backup, which means absolutely fucking nothing.
Which means you're not going to do anything likely.
I'm drinking. I'm like 7 IPAs deep.
By the way, shout out Dylan Mulvaney.
Hey, Mulvaney, whoever, not these fucks. Fuck these guys, but that's the only koozie I got.
Oh, that's awful. Let me just get my Panthers hat out right here. Just put that on.
So this fucking dude.
I look like one of those black women who works at Burger King. Look.
You look like everybody that works at Burger King.
They don't mess the hair up, so they have it sitting on top. I'll never forget. I used to work with a girl.
I think they give them small hats.
Dude, no bullshit. I used to work with a girl named Latara, and she was the coolest chick, dude. And she had this hairdo. She did like a beehive hairdo. This was like early 2000s. She did like the beehive hairdo, and the rule was at Taco Hell you had to wear a hat because it's the food laws. You have to have your hair put up, right? So even if it's a dude like me,
no hairnet, just a fucking cheap hat that's not big enough for anybody's head.
50-cent.
It's
Vietnam
a youth hat. You got to wear this youth hat to make sure hair doesn't get in there.
Youth small, and she wore it on the top of her head. And the thing was, the hat got old, so it didn't. You know how hats puff out, like. I just dropped my hat, but the top, hold on. So the top of this hat puffs out, right? Stands up.
100%.
So it's like standing up, right? So after time, her hat got old and she didn't wear it right. It was like this. So she just kept it like that for like, I don't know, months. How many months? I don't know. But she would come to work and it's just gently placed on top of her head, dude. So I was like, bro, how did, because I would be like, how is your hat staying on? You're working and like moving around and stuff and like doing stuff and it doesn't move. Like did you glue it on? It's just sitting there like a mantelpiece, right? Like an urn or whatever, waiting for it to fall. Like, oh shit, it's going to fall. And it never does. I'm tripping the whole time going to, that's going to fall. For sure, that's going to fall. It's like an urn, right? You're just waiting for it. Don't touch it because it might fall, bro. You know what I mean? Like
urn.
Stupid urn. So a little backstory for everybody. What what Andrew's talking about. We used to work together at an air conditioned place in Charlotte. That was my second air conditioned company that I worked for, and the one that I quit when I went and decided to do this full time.
Might also be the greatest one to work at.
Probably, yeah. Right? I mean, really, you hear complaints. You hear complaints
from you
but I need you
and
to
everybody that's came there is like, this shit might be heaven.
Bro, I'm telling you, because it might seem weird because it's the only one you've worked for. But for me, I've done the hard part, which was crawling under houses, getting stuck in attics, dealing with customers.
It's heaven.
And over there, it's very lax and laid back and get it took care of, whatever it takes, whatever how much time it takes, whatever. I'll send you help. Where I came from, there's no fucking help, bro. Feet to the fire, figure it out, right?
They're calling you every 30 minutes. You done yet?
Every 30 minutes. You don't get that. No, there's none of this. I think I'll take 3 hours.
It's not like you get a call at 7:30 a.m. like, hey, I need you to go here and just let me know when you're done.
Yeah, that's what the manager would say. Just let me know. How much time do you need? 3 weeks? Done. Like, I mean, you're going, wait, what a minute. What, I can just have 3 weeks? Yeah, actually. What, you need help? Like, yeah, that would be great, actually.
Split panel? All right, I'll send you another guy.
Can you send Andrew over here? Well, how about at the end, he started figuring that out, though. He was like, can't send Andrew over there with Keith.
Yeah, he did. I swear to God, he did.
So, anyway.
But you know what was cool about Billy? He did send me your last week and a half, 2 weeks. Like, he was like, I'm going to send Andrew with Keith. He did send me the last couple of weeks you were there. He was like, I'm going to just put you with Keith. It's like he knew.
Yeah, dude.
He was like, that's his boy. Let him ride it out. They're not going to do anything. The chiller will be rotted. South Park will be watched.
100%. That was the first Plandemic special South Park came out with back then. So it came out that day, and I looked at Andrew and I'm like, bro, have you seen the Plandemic special? He says, no, I haven't seen it. I said, well, bro, I got Paramount Plus. Got to the truck and fired this bitch up. So what do? We rotted the chiller in record time, which means we cleaned the inside of the chiller out, right? We just run this machine that cleans the tubes and then resealed it. We had it done for a day's work by 11, which meant technically 2 hours because the first hour of the day we didn't do anything. So,
not a goddamn thing.
So then we got that done. Then we decided we would just go eat lunch, first lunch. Because earlier, if you called it, he said second lunch, right? So we did first lunch.
There's A and B schedules here.
Right. We stick with both. So we go sit in the truck after we eat lunch and fire up the Plandemic special, which was amazing. Right. Then after that, we decided we would just sit around and watch comedy specials for like another hour or something. That was second lunch. So yeah, we had a fun time. I mean, don't get me wrong. I make it sound like we didn't do anything, but when it came down to it and shit really had to be done, we buckled down and did it.
It was done.
We didn't talk about it. We just fucking went after it. And that's the way
there's two different thoughts. There's pace it out. And then there's let's just get it done. And then we're not going to really do much the rest of the day. But I mean, you're not doing, it's the same amount of time spent charging some corporate company. The same amount of time. But
let me break this down for you guys. If you quote I will give you a number, 12 hours for something. That's a day and a half. If you quote 12 hours and then you finish in 2 hours, well, they don't want to pay for the other 10 hours. They accepted the 12 hours. Do you understand? So that's rubber stamped 12 hours. If I finish in 2, I can't walk off and say, I'm done. Have a nice day. What the fuck? What did you do? Did you do something wrong? Did you not do your job the whole way? Do you need to come back and do it again? How about just work the 12 hours that was quoted? Okay, if you don't do that, then they start thinking that you didn't either do something right or you're not doing something
Yep.
in general. So you can't do that. You got to work your 12 hours out. I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's corporate 101. That was the difference when I
Commercial.
did right. That's different when I did residential because residential you get a stack of papers handed to you in the morning, and these are the houses you're going to today, and I'll call
And
you
it's
with the
it's
rest. Right?
people. You don't want to fuck people
People. It's people that
over
you live beside or that you shop with and everything else.
because
Right?
you're a person. You're a person, and you're
Correct.
like, this motherfucker charged me 8 hours. I saw him in his truck for 6 of the 8 hours.
Correct. You weren't
And
looking
you're
up
like,
that much
what the
stuff online.
fuck?
Correct. You couldn't have looked up that many diagrams online.
The manual isn't lost, and it took you that long to find it.
AI could have made you one.
Granted,
Uh,
most of the manuals in commercial, because commercial is like, you go to a house, if it's a real old house, I would assume at this point in time, it may still have a 22 unit. I don't know. I have no experience in 20.
which is
in
R22,
residential.
which is the old refrigerant.
Oh, does it? They don't make it anymore. They
Correct.
literally don't even make it anymore. So when you go to commercial buildings, commercial is like, they're just like, fix it. It's not like Morris Jenkins or whatever's in your area where it's like you hear their commercials, everybody knows their name. What they're doing to you is literally like, all they're doing is going up to your unit. They all have all white work shirts on, and there's not a single stain on them. Are they working? I doubt it.
In the air conditioned world, that's not real, everybody.
All they're doing is walking up to your unit, and they're like, let me look at the serial. Oof, 7 years old. We're gonna have to replace it.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna have to replace it.
It's not even a joke.
We're not even like a capacitor. Replace it.
A trivial
Replace it.
part.
Just so you know, a capacitor. I mean, granted, I found this out like 6 years ago, but my first day of working in commercial, like, I came from Rent-A-Center. I sold couches.
It's a great story.
Like, if I opened a unit and you said, "What is that?" If it was a capacitor, which most people probably know from even having just like
Back
a
to the
sound
future, bro.
system in their car.
Back to the
If they
future,
have a
dude.
sound system in their car,
Flux capacitor.
they know what a fucking capacitor is.
Right.
No fucking clue. I have no clue at all. All I see is wires. Every time I called Keith at the beginning, he would just be like, "Cut the blue wire," and I'm like, "What?"
It's not even a lie, dude.
And there's most of there's not even a blue wire, and
Oh
I'll
my
be like,
God.
"There's no blue wire. What are you?" But so, like, all it is just them walking up to your unit. They see the age of the unit, and they just go, "Replace it."
Yeah.
Maybe a month ago, Morris Jenkins, the biggest company in Charlotte, bar none, residential.
All white.
I'm sure they do. They wear all white work shirts.
Tucked in.
I've seen
trimmed
a
out, bro.
trillion of them. There's never a stain on them.
Trimmed out.
Somehow they're technicians. I don't know how that works. If you got to get in a crawl space, there's no way. There's literally no way
It's
you don't
a
have
mud.
at
It's a
least
mud box.
anything on it.
It's a mud box under a house. Also known as a crawl space.
So we go medical center. Nobody else knows what it is. You know what it is.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
So it's our operation manager's baby. That's his stuff. Like, if something's happened, he's like, "Go there. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Go there."
So these guys, this company does not talk about the price. Doesn't matter. Fix it. I don't care what the price
There's
is.
no
Fix
price.
it.
They don't care.
They're the
at
only
all.
one that we had like that. They didn't care what it cost. It needed to be fixed. How fast can you have it done?
Is it done?
Did you get it done already? That's it.
It might be the only account that you run that the manager's like, "Are you almost done with that?" It might be the only time you get called to be like, "Hey, where are you at with that?" Otherwise, if any other account, the school system, the whole building's down. Kids are sweating. They're dying. Who cares?
We'll be there in a little while.
It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This account is like, "You done yet? What do you think? What do you got?" That's the only account. The CEO of that place.
Oh, let's go. I forgot about that guy.
We're going to his house, right?
Oh, his house. He's got his own
Yes,
floor in this
sir,
building, by the
dude.
way.
So he calls Morris Jenkins first.
What an idiot, dude.
And he's actually, I don't remember where he lives.
He's not an idiot. That's the thing. He's not an idiot. So what are you doing?
He's in a gated community.
Cheers, Dylan Mulvaney.
So he's got like a crawl space that you can walk under. Like, I mean, it's a
nice
basement
crawl
of a
space.
crawl space, so it's like not that big of a deal. We get called out second. First person he calls is Morse Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
They tell him you need a reversing valve. Reversing valve is a heat pump. I don't know if anybody has a heat pump, but a heat pump is essentially you don't have a gas furnace. That's pretty much for any regular person. Your air conditioner sits outside and it does heat and cooling. There's a valve in it that switches the refrigerant. That's
Hardest
all
part
it
to
does.
change.
Unless you have, if you have a gas bill for your AC, then you have a gas furnace. Otherwise, you have a heat pump. Pretty much for
Super
residential, from
popular in
what
the
I can tell.
South. Super popular in the South.
Absolutely. So Morris Jenkins tells the guy, "Yeah, your reversing valve's bad. We're gonna have to replace it." So he wants a second opinion.
Yeah,
we
me
go
too.
out. We go out. It's straight AC.
What the fuck? Okay, so you guys know Andrew sucks at describing stuff. The reversing valve switches the unit from heat to cool, and it really only all it does is switch the flow of refrigerant. If you've ever went outside in the summer and put your hand over the top of the air conditioner, hot air comes out. That's actually the heat being removed from the inside of your house. Okay, so
leaving the
what you do is when you want a heat pump, it spins that reversing valve and flips it, and that sends the refrigerant in the other direction, which puts the heat on the inside of the house and pulls the cold outside. All right.
So you get cold in the winter.
Correct.
Heat in the summer.
Correct. Outside. And it's got a valve outside that flips. If you have a straight AC, there's no valve. It's only air conditioning. There's no valve to fail. Plus, these valves don't fail very often. They don't fail very often.
Just AC. And then he's got a gas bill. He's paying for gas for his furnace. So he's got a gas-powered furnace.
Mm-hmm.
They tell him, your reversing valve's bad.
Holy crap, dude.
Morris Jenkins.
Bro.
And as soon as they said that, I was like, well, what was going to be your day? You just go out there, recover refrigerant, pull a vacuum, put that same refrigerant right back in and be like, we changed it.
Do you know good and well that guy had no idea what he's talking about? The homeowner.
That? Oh, 100%. 100%. I mean, this is what happens when you work with a lot of medical buildings. You realize that doctors are smart. They're very smart people, but they're also very fucking dumb. They're dumb as fuck.
They only care about what they care about.
They know what they know, just like I know what I know. But they know what they know. And it's just like they know that they could tell you anything about the way your heart works, and I can tell you any way the compressor works. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, I've heard the dumbest shit come out of doctors' mouths, dumber than anything I've ever heard the special needs kid say down the hall in high school. I swear to God.
Oh, it's a true story.
It blows my mind, dude. It really does blow your mind when you're like, how are you paid how much money to go to school? Okay. Well, that's wild. Is it dust, just wet mold? I've heard that before.
Right.
I've heard that before. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. The thing is that when you're good at your job, when you're good at your
living, growing things,
when you're good at your thing, other stuff's frivolous to you and doesn't matter.
Means nothing.
You know?
Means absolutely nothing. But it is completely mind blowing because you think of a doctor as like probably one of the smartest people you're going to encounter, and then they say something to you, and you're just like,
hold up,
Jesus Christ.
What did you say?
It's hot in here. I don't know what's going on. Well, sir, you have your thermostat set to heat.
Well, does that make the air come up? What, brother? No, it doesn't. Let me explain. Cold air needs to come out. That's called cool.
I gave a full-on lecture to some nurses probably 3 weeks ago, dude. I swear to God.
Was it in Huntersville?
It was Senta in Monroe. They were like, it's nice in the morning, but in the afternoon, it's hot and muggy. It's at Senta Monroe where you can see the humidity and the temperature in the building at all times. So I took pictures of temperature, humidity in the 8 o'clock that morning, came back at 3:30, took pictures. I swear to God, dude. If it wasn't 0.2 degrees higher than it was at 8 a.m., it was 0.4 degrees lower than it was at 8 a.m. And I go back there and show them. I'm like, hey, I know you think it's warmer,
But look at
but
the number.
it's quite literally the same exact thing that it was when I left here at 8 a.m. when you talked to me. And then I just have to go. And what's crazy is it was the bigger lady that was complaining about it.
Of course.
And I mean, I get it. I get it. I'm not the skinniest guy in the world.
I get it.
But I was also like, hey, mate, I didn't want to say it, but I felt like I needed to. I was just like, maybe it's because you're moving around and having to work.
Oh,
Like, I know it's 70 degrees in here, but if
Oh my
you're
gosh.
moving around, maybe it's just because you're moving around. Because, hell, I'll sweat outside if it's 70 degrees if I'm moving around. Like, I should have said, we're both big gals.
big gals, bro. Oh God, if you had a gender identified her, oh dude, could you imagine the nuclear fallout?
Maybe not. Not in Monroe. They're pretty.
That kind of based.
Yeah, they're pretty based.
Okay. So look, yeah, that pisses my kids off all day long. I've been talking, dude, no bullshit. For like the last couple days, I've been hardcore shit talking these kids with new age talk. They're so sick of it.
You know what's funny? When you said earlier that's meant, I was like, I'm gonna ignore that, but I feel like
Yes.
I've
been doing it all day, dude. All day. Every time they say something, I'm like, straight cap, bro, you're so mid right now.
Oh, bro.
And then I'm like, that's some very
next
zesty
time
swimming
I come,
trunks you're wearing, dude.
what is it? I guess it's is it up to come to you? I guess it would be kind of technically up to come to your place. Next time I come up and to the left.
Show me that cooler again. You guys didn't see this because I didn't have the camera recording yet, but look at this cooler, dude. Look at that cooler, bro. That's a great value Ziploc bag.
I left my
not even a real
my good cooler outside with Donald Trump kissing Joe Biden.
Dude.
You should have saw all the people looking at it at work. That was funny.
It's interesting because work is a blend. Because you guys don't know it, who's watching
it's probably,
this,
honestly 80-20 or maybe even 90-10. It's probably, now I'm thinking about it.
It wasn't like that when I was there.
Who is clearly left and clearly right?
All right, so
definitely more clearly right. Left is probably maybe under 10%.
Stephanie.
And then there's me,
the right.
which I hate everybody. I'm so sick of all of it, dude. I swear to God, dude, I could give a fuck. I hope Donald Trump and Joe Biden die at the same fucking time. I'm so sick of it, dude. I'm so tired of it.
It's great. I love these talks.
I'm kind of. I mean, you know me for
100%.
You've known me for like 6 years, dude. Since you've known me, I've been like, I came from Rent Center, where it was like everybody was super hardcore left, and I was so sick of hearing left that I almost went right. And then I came here, and then I was like, Jesus Christ, this is literally the same pussy ass bitching about the left that the left
on the other
doing
side
about the right. It's literally the same. And now I'm just like, you're all pussies. All you do is cry and bitch about the other side.
So we're clear who he's talking about. We have one coworker that we worked with. I won't say his name. I'll give you the Hebrew translation of Jacob. That's not really the Hebrew translation, but I'm going to say it is. All right. So you understand. Shalom. So you understand Jacob is shit. I said it anyway.
God damn it. Jacob.
Son of a bitch.
Jacob. We meant Jacob.
I meant Jacob. Jacob thinks the earth is flat. That's first. Doesn't believe in dinosaurs.
Those are plasters, I think.
Bro, they're all plaster. They're not real. None of them are real. Dragons are real because it's in the Bible. At the same time, he smokes cigars on the front porch, and he takes his kid to the beer joint. Kids.
5G causes cancer.
5G causes cancer, bro. This is Jacob on the right side. It's that far over there.
It's
that
over
far
there,
over there. Same place. Stephanie, who runs the joint, she's the complete opposite.
Person.
Lovely woman.
Literally one of my favorite people, but I showed her the same sticker I showed the righties, and it was the same reaction. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Nobody has some.
I'm like, but then it makes me happy because I'm like, I'm pissing off both sides.
100%, dude. Oh my God,
But
we
when
used to
people
just
get mad, I'm kind of like, you are too invested. I'm like, bro, half the country doesn't give a fuck. You see how many people vote every year, right?
we would go in the so every Monday morning was just us coming to the office to hang out and do nothing, and no one would really tell us to go to work.
No, we'd kill an hour and a half easily.
So we would just sit around the office with the managers bullshitting, and what we would do is just go. Everyone would have their little click groups. They're standing in the warehouse, click grouping, bullshitting.
It's high school.
Bullshitting.
High school.
Yeah, we're just bullshitting. So then we would go over and bullshit with a guy named Jeff who would get really pissed off about everything. We bullshit with him, get him mad. Then you go over here to Eric and Chris and fuck around with them, and these dudes are amazing. They're top shelf hilarious without trying to be. All right.
Yeah, especially Eric.
Like oh my God, dude!
Just to get him mad about. Oh, that's what I wanted.
I've got to get him on here, dude. Oh, could you imagine listening just to him talk?
Fucking wanted to tell you, dude. Rusty. That's where I came up with Rusty today.
Ha! Fire away.
So
we made a full circle.
Call. I was on call this past week.
Right.
5 at Friday. I'm back up, which for everybody watching means nothing at Carolina Air. It means absolutely fucking nothing.
There's only one time I needed backup, and that was because I got called over to a very big hotel, and I was there at 2 a.m. So I called all the backup. All right.
Oh yeah, I would call everybody too. I'd be like, "Bitches, I'm up. You're fucking up." Dude.
There was 7 of us over there for like 20 hours that day. I went home and died. It was ridiculous. Anyway, Rusty.
So, all right, you've worked there, so you know how this works. But like, all right, let's just say,
good American.
So Erica's going on call at 5 today.
Right.
Rusty. Shit, maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but like,
no one knows what you're talking about.
That's true. But if they ever see this, they're gonna be like, "God damn it!"
No one knows what you're talking about. It's fine. I'll show Billy and he'll laugh about it.
Old buddy he's in Valdez, which let's say is
an hour and a half. He's got
to go from Valdez to St. Anne's, which is probably about an hour and a half.
Oh gosh, so that's Valdez, North Carolina, which is 2 counties above Charlotte.
So Rock
Hill, which is 1 county below Charlotte, through Charlotte. Okay.
In South Carolina. So you're traveling across state. 2
states, 3 counties.
So he hits up Chris first and is like, because Chris goes there a lot. So he's like, "Can you go?" And Chris is bogged down with some control shit with the guy from Control Stop.
Wonderful.
Control company. Doesn't matter. Just know this guy's bogged down. He can't go to the call, and he's closer to the call.
Mm-hmm.
He's maybe, I don't know, 45 minutes from the call. Valdez is easily an hour and a half plus with zero traffic.
With
zero traffic.
Right.
I'm not sure where this guy lives, but I'm sure he lives probably in Gastonia,
Bessemer.
Maybe. So what is that? So if he goes to Rock Hill, how far is it for him back home? An hour?
45 minutes with traffic, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at roughly 3:30, Billy calls him and is like, "Hey man, I need you to travel across a couple states to go to this call."
Oh boy.
Which does suck as a technician, but you can't really be mad because it's kind of the name of the game.
It rarely happens. For what it's worth here, y'all folks, it rarely happens.
It does rarely happen, but it is in the back of your mind that it could
every
happen.
day. Every day.
It's happened to everybody that's worked there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got calls at 4:30 when I'm like literally like almost on the way home,
cranking the truck up.
I need you to fucking turn around and go, and I'm just like, "Yeah, I got it, no problem."
That's the way it works. That's the way it works.
You don't ever go, "Fuck you, I'm already on the way home," because if you do that, we know a guy that did that. He got fired.
Finally.
And he literally. They let him wash his truck. They were like, "Hey, you'll go service that truck."
Oh, I forgot, dude. What was his name?
Yeah, you know.
Fuck.
God,
anyway, continue the story first.
Fernando.
We'll come back to that. Fernando. We'll come back to that.
So,
oh my God, it was a good one, dude.
3:30, he gets that call. He's easily an hour and a half, maybe an hour 45 away. He drives across 2 states, goes to the call. He gets the call at 3:30. It's not 5. It's still business hours. It's business hours. So at 5 o'clock, I go off call. The next guy goes on call, which this guy we're talking about is the vet. He's been there the longest. He has no time for bullshit.
Zero empty pockets fucks.
He will not, dude. And he's one step out of the door. Like he
At
does
all
not give a
times.
fuck at all.
At all times.
He literally don't care. He don't give a fuck what you say. You could give him a call on Saturday. He would literally just show up and be like, "Yeah, I ordered the parts. They'll be here Monday." That's that guy. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter if he could fix it then. He's like,
He's also good at his job too, by the way.
he's amazing at his job. He's like he's probably the top guy we have right now, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy that got the call, we know his name, Rusty. It gets to be 5:00. He calls Eric and he goes, "Hey man, since you're on call, you're gonna have to come finish up."
Yo,
bro, that is Chris. I think it was Chris. Called me and told me that when I was on my way home, and I was like, "Excuse me, sir."
Yo.
I was like, I told him, I was like, "Bro, I swear to God, if he called me when I was going on call and told me that, I was like, what time did you get there? You don't need help, right? You just don't want to be there." I would have just hung up the phone.
It's bad etiquette. It's really, really, really bad etiquette to not take
bro.
the call that you were given.
It's not like you got it at 6. You wouldn't have got it at 6:00 because Billy knows what he's doing, actually. Like, he's the most laid back guy in the world, but he honestly knows what he's doing. He's not going to fucking give you some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he was like, yeah, he called Eric, the most Mr. Fuck It of anybody that works with us. And was like, "Hey, since you're on call, you're going to have to come finish this up."
I bet I won't.
I bet he did.
Oh, God, that's bad, dude. Did the rest get fired?
No, 100%. Well, this just happened today, so.
Oh, so we ain't even got there yet. Should I text Billy and ask him?
Dude, I swear to God, bro. I was like, if he would have done that to me, I would have been like, "Hey, you got that call at what time? Seems like I wasn't on call." I would have hung up the phone, called Billy, and I would have been like, "Hey, brother, you got a guy trying to do your job and delegating work out to people." As a technician, I've got calls on Fridays when I'm not on call at 3:30, 4:00. Me and you both know 3:00 on a Friday
sucks.
We're already packing up, bro.
We were ready to go home at 12. Okay.
We're hanging out. We're already not doing much.
Facts. Unless it's really, really, really crunch time, we might be on a crunch time move, but that's about it. That's about it.
Which is what?
Once a month.
5% of our entire job description.
5%.
Over 365 days, which I don't know the numbers, so you're talking about literally less than a week. I mean, it's nothing, dude. It's nothing. And when you get that, you're kind of like, all right, this sucks, but I know today's Friday. I'm gonna get this finished, and then the weekend's here.
Like, it's happened to me before. I remember. So me and Andrew worked the farthest away from the central office. We had to be the central office.
1 mile, bro. I think you worked 55 miles, and I was 54 miles.
Right. Either way, right? We're really far away. So it was pretty much an hour and a half or 2 hours each day back and forth just to get to work. And then you're at work for 8 hours plus, right? And usually it's just 8 hours, right? We had a system down where I tried to get out of there by 4:15 because I learned that if I could get through a certain part of Charlotte by 4:15, then I could be home in an hour and a half instead of 2 hours plus. Because if I miss that window, it's going to be an extra 45 minutes plus.
Yes, sir, dude.
So you had to learn how to adapt to this, right? So it's happened to me where I was already on 85 South. I've already got out of Charlotte all the way to Belmont, and I get a call. "Hey, I need you to go back and go to
And what did you say, though?
And I'm like,
all right,
that sucks. All right, I'm on the way. Why? Because we all have this fishbowl of calls that we're pulling out of. Calls meaning service calls. We have this fishbowl of service calls we're pulling. They all got to get, all of them have to be taken. I mean, some days you might do very little, but then there's times when crunch time comes and everybody's got to buckle the fuck down and get it done. That's what we're talking about, right? And it happens sometimes on a Friday, especially like the hottest part of the year when you don't want to do it. It's 95 degrees outside. 80% humidity.
You've already worked 7.5 hours.
That's the worst part of the year. So there's not much lazy time in the worst part of the year. It's crunch time in summer here. All right. It's hot as shit in the South. Right. And plus it gets dry season. and then there's no rain, and then when we do get rain, it's a really wicked thunderstorm that lasts 30 minutes, and then it's gone, right? Then it's stupid humid, right? It doesn't help anything. But when you get that, you shut up and you turn around and go do it. You grumble and you go do it. And you say, well, that sucked. I had to take a call. And everyone says, oh, man, yeah, that did suck. And then the next week you move on and someone else does their job. You keep doing this over, and you don't do the bad etiquette things like that, because you're going to need help at some point. You're going to need somebody to cut you some slack or help you out or cover for you. And you don't go fucking your coworkers over in the trade industry, because they will very quickly say, no, I'm afraid I can't help you. Remember that time you fucked me over? Yeah, I'm heading to the house. I'm going to the lake and fishing. And that's just all there is to it. You don't get no help. And you can call the office and whine and complain, but Billy's going to say, well, man, you kind of did do that last time, and that's what he'll say. And you should have knew better.
What he's going to say, literally what he's going to say is, figure it out.
Figure it out. I don't know. I have to figure it out.
Figure it out, man.
I used to say that to Andrew a lot when he was first learning, because he would be like, oh, man, I got this unit that's not running. It's kind of making this noise. And I'm like, I know what's wrong with it. I want you to try to figure it out.
That's true.
I was like, I know what's wrong with it. I can tell by your description what's wrong. I already know what parts to tell you to order, and you don't even really need to. You can just go pick them up. But let's see if you can figure it out. For an hour and a half later, Andrew, I'll never forget it, because you're at that little ice cream joint that was behind the strip mall that's just down the road from Cinta. There's like a little ice cream joint and a little doctor's office. It's got a couple units in the ceiling. There's a couple gas furnaces up in the ceiling.
I'm trying to think.
And you were around back where the loading dock is. And there's a couple units right there, and a couple carrier units beside the dumpsters. It's just below Cinta and just below South Park Mall. Just below South Park Mall. If you're there, you would see it, because I remember
probably lost the account, but
it's not far from Morrison Road and all that stuff, right? So, anyway, you were there, and I knew it was wrong by the picture, and I was like, let's see. And an hour and a half later, you text me back, could it be this? And I was like, what makes you think that? And then you said something. I was like, well, touch this, and you did it. And you said it came on. I was like, you know what's wrong? And you were like,
what do you think?
Fuck yeah. And that was the text message you sent me. Fuck yeah. And then you went and got the part, and you watched it run for an hour, and you were tickled pink. After you got the part on it, ran for an hour, and you were just happy as shit.
The greatest fucking. You just feel like, I mean, fixing anything, whether you're YouTubing it, Googling it, even if you're at your fucking house and you're like, why the fuck is this doing this? And then you're looking on YouTube, whatever it is. It could be your TV, your oven, your microwave, whatever the fuck it is. That feeling of being like, holy shit, I just figured it out. I just fixed something.
All by myself, bro.
Is the greatest feeling. Like, and what's crazy is, like, now that I'm older, I realize that, and I can see. I do it to people too. I'm like, did you check this? And then I just wait for them to respond.
Because they have to learn.
And then, like,
you can't give it away. You have to let them learn.
Because you don't really learn that way.
You just keep repeating what people tell you to do.
That's what it is. I swear to God, I still remember we were in it was early on, and we went to that place near Gastonia. I don't remember. We had to go in an attic. I remember it was in an attic.
Was it hell?
It was hot as shit in the attic.
It's Gastonia.
I don't remember what the fuck. We were in a medical building, and you were doing something, and you did it so fast, and I was like, bro, how did you know? I don't understand. I mean, now I kind of get it.
Was it up on the was it up on the roof at that one that had the burned up disconnect?
It wasn't that. No, that was I know which one you're talking about. That was the one where I was like, bro, this is an electrician's job, and you were like, did they want it to run?
100%. That's what I said.
So you hardwired past the disconnect.
You were like, what do we do? I was like, we're gonna fucking wire nut it together, and it's gonna run.
Right. It was the biggest wire nut.
You were like, should I call an electrician? I'm like, in 3 weeks they'll be here. We're gonna get it to run.
Do they want it to run?
I remember that. That's why. Because I walked up on that attic, dude. And I walked up on that roof, and I put my meter on the leads to see if it had power. And it only had one leg. It had one leg of power.
That's what it was. And you were like, well, I mean, the disconnect's fucked for sure. I mean, let's just fucking wire it straight.
Yeah. I was like, well, what does it matter for the weekend? Like, whatever. They're going to come fix it on Monday.
Like, we could put a piece of copper in there, and then you were looking, you're like, Disconnects. Fuck, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. We'll just fucking pull it off and wire it straight to one another. Fuck it. Who
Remember, we
cares?
went down there and we were like, we need to get in your mechanical room. And the women were like, what?
I
And
don't
they were
even know
like,
what you're
yeah, dude.
talking
And they had
about.
this little room in there with like medical supplies and shit. And we had to dig through them to get to the breaker box. The one leg of power, these systems run off of, typically, if it's a commercial unit, it has three-phase power. So three 120-volt legs of power go into the unit, right? And it has to have all three to be in phase. You don't have one, you lose phase. The unit won't start. It doesn't have the ability or capacity to start without all three crutches, all right? One of them was absolutely nuke burnt, all right, gone with the wind. Couldn't do anything with it. So I'm like, well, my first thought was we lost a leg of power and we don't have the right fuses. All these different fuses exist. You can't keep them all. Fucking impossible. So I was like, I
It's
got
like if
copper
you
in the
go
truck, bro.
outside of your house and you see that thing right beside that box beside your unit that somebody either, I don't know how much residential shit is, but it's probably one of those pull things.
Mm-hmm.
You pull the fuses out.
Fusible
It'd
link.
be like that thing's fucked. That thing doesn't work anymore. So now your power will not go to the unit whatsoever.
You got real quiet all of a sudden, by the way. You got to move your microphone closer.
Oh, sorry.
Put your microphone about a fist from your face.
Got below my mouth there.
Yeah. So anyway, there was multiple times where we had these fun moments. I've described this story before, but describe the story of the fucking screwdriver, dude.
Bro, I just told somebody this today. I swear to God.
This is the best, dude. This all right. So for him, it was a big deal, but for me, this had happened 100 times before. So go ahead.
It would be like the indoor unit at your house is not working.
Shout out Dylan
whatever
Mulvaney.
reason,
Shake that ass, baby
It's
girl.
not fucking working. You don't know what. Nobody knows what's going on.
Right.
I'm the guy that's coming to look at it. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So inside, let's call it a motherboard, like your computer. Let's just call it that, a motherboard. So this thing is like, not the fan's not running, nothing's running. It's just going, and like I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know anything at this point in my life about air conditioning. I'm probably a year deep, and I have
Probably
no
2
experience.
years deep. Let's be real.
Maybe.
Anyway, yeah.
Maybe. But fuck, 2 years deep, you don't even know what a capacitor is when you first start. You're like, what the fuck is going on? You don't know what's going on. Keith is pretty close. He's my homie at the place. Like I've got a connection with Keith. I think I worked with you my second day when I almost died on that roof.
Awesome, bro. I'll never forget that because Luke May was down there in class, bro.
That is true, dude.
We were there while Luke May was in class.
I've been there since and felt like, damn, I was here saving this man.
Bro, he was down there learning fucking English, and we were on the roof dying.
So let's just say your computer isn't working for some reason. That's probably the best analogy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a motherboard in your computer. I'm looking at this thing. I'm confused as shit. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I've checked everything. It's getting power to the computer. I don't know what's happening. I called Keith. He was like, where you at? I'm not that far from there. I'll be over there in a minute.
I was in Matthews and you were in Monroe, which is like 3 miles away.
Minutes.
3 miles, 30 minutes, right?
It probably wasn't even that far. And then so Keith shows up. I'm on the ladder looking at this thing, and he's standing below the ladder.
It's like 15, 20 feet in the air.
Easily. And he's just like, he's standing there. He's like, all right, turn the breaker on, flip the power back on. Power's going to the thing. I know what it's called. I'm just saying thing because I know people I don't want to keep saying air handler, all this other shit. Power's going to your computer. Your computer's still not working. And then he's like, all right.
I said, jump it out. That's what I said. Jump it out.
No, bro. You said, the screwdriver you have in your hand, your right hand, turn it around, tap. If it was your computer, tap the motherboard. Just tap it.
With the back of your screwdriver is what I told him to do.
And I was like, what? Tap it. Just tap it. I swear to God, as soon as I hit it, it was, and just starts running. And I was like, what? And just Keith down from below goes, you got a bad board. You need a new board. It was magic to me, though. It was
fuck.
quite literally 2 weeks later, Matt, and I know that what happened with Matt was a complete coincidence. But we're just sitting there waiting on the compressor to come on, and he does this shit where he's like, kick the compressor. I swear to God, dude, as soon as my toe made contact with it, it just and I was like, all right,
Oh God.
there's magic. I guess this guy's knows magic. I don't fucking know.
So
I have no idea. You can just kick shit and shit comes on, dude.
100%, dude. So like back in my residential days, whenever you would go on a service call late at night, because in residential, here's how the basic system works for most companies now. They give you 2 or 3 calls, you start the day, and if you get any extra time, you may take one more, but really, they don't do overtime. It's a different tech or a different person, all right? Then he does overtime because he has specific times that he works. Well, where I worked was a small company. Ain't nobody like that except you. You get after it. If it's 3:30 and you got 7 more places to go, well, you better grab a protein bar, fucking put on your deodorant and get after it because no one's going to help you. So you get to these calls. I get under a house and I had the exact same furnace that he was working on because that's a popular no-name furnace. I look at it and I go, all right, I already know what the parts are in my head because I've worked on 1,000 of them. There's a smart valve, a control board, a gas valve, a pressure switch, and maybe a couple limit switches in case it gets overheated. And they're all tied together in like a little chain. So I hear the thing go, I'm like, that's 2 things it could be. First thing he's going to do is hit the board. And if it comes on, I know the board's bad. If he hits the board and nothing happens, I'm going to tell him to bump the condenser, the combustion motor, because maybe it's locked up and it's not trying to start. If he gives it a bump, it may kick over one time and at least light up and run for the day. Then we'll cut it off and order a new one, right? So he tapped it. It instantly come on. I said, yep, there's contacts in the board that are bad. The board's bad. You need a new board. And he goes, what the fuck? That's what he says. He just looks at me like that with a blank look on his face like he has now. He's like, what the fuck? And I said, dude, I've seen it 300 times. He's like, are you serious? You just tapped it with a screwdriver. And how did you know which part to tap? And I've been on service calls in the middle of the night when there's no parts houses open. No one's there. You got a universal board on your truck and you got to make it work. Well, this thing's buzzing and humming. What are you going to do? Well, keep hitting it. Keep hitting it. It might come on, hell. And it did. So I knew, there's just years of experience of having to do it.
Light bulbs, dude.
Yeah, I remember because I remember like the first day you worked with me, which was the second day, right?
You'll have a light bulb moment, and then you'll just realize what's happening.
That was on the roof, right? At Huff High.
That was at the Gastonia place in the attic. I think we were working on a gas furnace.
Oh. Fuck, what was
it was early. It was very early on when I started.
Wonder what building it was. I can't remember.
I remember.
You're very specific about it though, so.
I remember it like it was yesterday. You were just like, I was asking you, how the fuck did you know? And you were like, bro, I didn't know anything. Just like you don't know what the fuck is happening right now. That was me, just struggling. I have no idea what's going on. And then one day I just had light bulb moment where it was like it all came together, clicked.
So for me, I'm sitting, it's no bullshit. I had been doing AC work for like a year and a half. I'd been installing and not doing the service. There's 2 sides to the air conditioning world. The people who put the shit in and the people who fix it. All right. The people who put the shit in tend to be, what's the right word? Convicts?
Raw.
Convicts? Cause it's harder work. It's less skilled, harder work. I mean, right? Because they ain't no convicts you're going to let come to your house and fix shit.
You're all gay, Democrats alike.
How about this? The installers are rougher. All right?
That's what it is. It truly is.
Rougher. All right? So
they're not tucking their shirt in. I don't.
They are not tucking their shirt. You know what? They might tuck it in when they show up. 30 seconds later, that shit's coming out. I'm at work.
That top shirt's gone, bro.
100%. It's going to be T-shirts only for the rest of the day. But you have 2 sides to the world, right? You can be an installer or a service tech. And I started off as an installer for about a year and a half until I was given the opportunity to do what Andrew did, which is start cleaning, doing maintenance work, filters, cleanings, constantly rotating around, doing stuff, getting familiar with the equipment. I had an opportunity to do that for a few months. And then the problem happened was I started do the maintenance stuff in maybe February. By May, the maintenance was done. Now what? Oh, hey Keith, you want to take some calls?
Shit's broke. Fix it.
Yeah, dude. So I show up and I don't know jack shit. I got the general idea. I know the basic parts here, but I don't know how they work. Well, guess what, Keith? Figure it out. No one cares. Figure it out.
Figure it out.
And I remember the person I showed up to first. I remember I went to the door. I pulled up in the driveway and I remember calling. So they had a system where you call when you get there and you call when you leave. You call when you get there. You call. That's how we know where you're at, how long you're there, where you come from, and this is so they can keep track of us and push us harder, right? So I called and said, all right, I'm here. And she said, all right, cool. And I said, so I got a question. Do I have to knock on the door and stuff or what? She was like, yes. If you don't, they will shoot you. She was like, would you like someone walking around your house? And I'm like, fuck, I didn't think about this. Anxiety. I don't want to talk to people. Like, so I had to go knock on the door and say, I'm the guy who's here to do stuff or whatever. I was so shook, dude. It took a couple years, but about 6 months into that learning through that summer, I got a little better and a little better and a little better. I went home like you did, watch YouTube videos, fucking try to figure something out here. It can't be that hard, right? It can't be that hard if people who can't speak English are working on this stuff and they can't do a thing. Right? It can't be that hard, Keith. Come on. Then I'm sitting in front of all right, I'm in a single wide trailer at this trailer park, trashy trailer park. But they're such good people. That's the thing, right? They have no money. They're dead broke.
Yeah, bro.
And they're great people.
Most of the people that don't have money are maybe the best people you ever.
Dude, exactly. So this woman's like, sweetie, can I get you anything? Do you want something to drink? Like, I know it's cold. Can I bring my electric heater over there for you and all this other stuff? I'm like, no, ma'am, it's fine. I'm laying in front of this electric furnace and I'm on my side and the heat's not coming on and I can't figure out what the hell, dude. It's very simple. It's got a double heat stack in it, you know, that they have the little discs that pop. It's very simple.
I call them poppers.
I mean, yeah, whatever, dude. They have a little heat disc that pops and connects the circuit and turns the electric heat on. All right, a heat sequencer. I think that's what we call them in the residential world.
That's what it's called.
Sequencer. So anyway, it just comes on when you push the button. It takes about 15-20 seconds to come on. It has to warm up to make the disc hot, make it pop. All right, and it wasn't doing it. And I remember looking at it and going, oh, so when you push and then it does it, and that thing go, holy shit. So it should be like 0 across this when I read it with the meter. And I did it, and it was 120. I went, oh,
it's fucked.
I think I know what's wrong. And what did I do? I turned my screwdriver around backwards, and I went tap, 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 tap. And it said, bink. And the electric heat come on. You could smell it. And I went, holy shit, I'm a fucking genius. I understand now. I can solve all the world's problems. Oh, my God. It was also the most basic, simple equipment possible. All right. That was my problem. I thought I instantly knew everything because I had that moment, dude. And I remember telling you, you're going to have these light bulb moments. It's going to suck at first because we were on Huff High's roof. And by the way, Andrew is 13 years old. He's never been outside in his entire life. All right. It's 700 degrees. It's like fucking July 9th or something, dude.
Almost died.
It's like July 9th or something.
It was July.
Bro, it was scalding hot. And I'm going on the roof to work on this massive system.
Fix a leak in a coil.
Bro, the first thing he ever did was one of the hardest things to fix.
Pump, fucking tanks, fucking torches.
Every piece of heavy equipment on the truck comes off.
Roping it up. Probably
4 stories?
foot.
4 stories?
Because the gym, I remember because it was on top of the gym, and the gym's, when you were on the roof of the gym, there was also a fucking 9-foot wall for whatever fucking reason. Like,
that's taller than the roof.
We don't want nobody falling off this, so we'll just put a fucking 9-foot wall. And I swear to God, dude, I've told people this before. I'm like, yeah, my second day, I'm roping up a vacuum. And then I'm like, as I'm roping it up, I'm like, that's going to get hung on the top of that roof. And as I'm thinking that, Keith just calls me. Hey, man, you know you're going to have to, like, crawl out on that ledge to get that over that lip, right? And I was like, all right. And he was like, are you afraid of heights or anything? And I was like, I swear to God, this is what I said. I was like, we'll find out.
Dude, no bullshit. That's what he said. Oh,
And I swear to God, I took one step away from the ladder onto that. It was probably what, 4 foot wide?
No, it's more
Not
like
4
foot
foot.
and a half.
Yeah, 1.5 foot wide ledge.
The width of a concrete block.
Easily. And I'm just like, I will find out if I'm afraid of heights. I took one step away from the ladder and I let go of it. And I remember to this day, I like crumpled. I crumpled down to it, scooted, and I just did rows. I was just like, we'll just row all this stuff up.
This is so true.
Got it all up,
Fuck.
put it over. And at the end of the day, though, I still remember because you were telling me about positive pressure.
Hey.
That was weird.
I didn't stop it either. I let it keep going because I wanted to remember exactly what you were saying. So set the scene for you. There's a tall, like 15-foot ladder that goes up to the second roof. He's on the edge of the second roof and right near the ladder, about maybe 3 feet from the ladder, but he's got the over the bull saddle grip going with his legs. It's so we're clear. There's a piece of metal that goes around the top of this roof. It's 700 degrees.
It's
balls
easy.
on it. His balls are sitting on it.
I'm gooching it, dude.
Gooching it for sure.
Doing rows. I'm just rowing. Every piece of equipment, I don't know, what's a vacuum weigh? 30, 40 pounds?
Something like that, yeah.
Torch is easily 70 pounds.
100% is twice as heavy as vacuum pump.
Easily 70 pounds. I don't know what else. What nitrogen tank?
Refrigerants 30 pounds.
Easily, I'm just up there rowing for, I don't know, 20 minutes, just different shit up the roof. Because I'm too scared. I'm too scared to do this. I'm too scared to just fucking do this. So I'm gripping the fucking wall. This hot ass metal.
Cowboy grip with his legs. Cowboy
grip. On my gooch, and I'm just rowing.
Cowboy grip.
I'm just rowing. We do get it fixed.
Bro.
At the end of the day, the very end of the day, Keith's like, all right, man, you good to rope that down? And I swear to God, dude, this is my second day doing it. I just looked at Keith and I was like, honestly, man, I feel like I'll pass out up there and I will fall off that fucking ledge.
And I was like,
what? And it was like, no big deal. That's all right, man. Keith goes up there. Let's just say he just ropes up. I'm roping it. He ropes it up 8 feet. Turns around. There's a 35, 40-foot drop on this side. And he's just, instead of roping it down, Keith walks out maybe 4 feet, probably about the same distance, but Keith isn't bear hugging the sledge. He's just fucking standing tall like it's no big deal. Like he's taking a stroll through the fucking park.
I'm a fucking idiot, dude.
Walks out there and then just starts doing this. Like if this is, let's just say you got 70 pounds in your hands in a rope. He just starts doing this, letting it go, drop, letting it go, drop. Letting it go, drop. I swear to God, I was standing on the bottom like he's gonna die. He is 100% about to die. There's no way he doesn't die. I mean, what do you drop? 150 pounds worth of shit down? Just no gloves, doesn't matter.
It's 100 degrees outside. 100 degrees.
Scary shit. I told somebody that the other day. I was like, yeah, bro. I was to watch this dude. My second day. It was my second fucking day.
Yeah,
first day was Eric. Second day was with Keith. Fucking Huff High School, I think it was.
100%. That's because the May boys were downstairs.
Bro,
Drake and Luke were downstairs.
As long as I live, I'll never forget. That was when I first learned about positive pressure in a building. You were like, if you open the door to a building and the door won't shut easily, positive pressure. If you have trouble opening the door, it's fucking full of negative pressure, dude.
And you were like, oh. That's why. I remember that.
I remember.
You were like at Rent Center when the doors would open, it would go whoosh. And I was like, yeah.
All right. Let's switch topics. What do you think?
Hold on. You left some details out. So you didn't tell me you were afraid of heights. Because you weren't gonna you weren't gonna mansplain your life away.
I also wasn't gonna be a pussy, but I didn't know yet. I literally told you the truth. I was like, I don't know. We'll find out. I literally said, I don't know. We'll find out.
Right. So I'm like,
hey, guess what? 100%
So
rate
I'm
of
like,
heights.
oh, he's just fucking with me. Oh, we'll find out. Haha, because we do that. Nah. So he gets up there and you could see the look on his face before I went down the ladder and went around to the truck. Because for the record, it's fucking a quarter mile each way, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Very true.
So I'm like, I got to go down through the building, around the hallway, down the hallway, back around the backside. All right, whatever. So one person's downstairs on the floor, on the ground, and one person's all the way at the tip top, which is 40 plus feet. And then on the other side of that wall, skinny wall, is 9 foot down the other way. Right. So you got this massive 40-foot wall with a 9-foot wall. And you're on the ledge. He looks at me when I'm going down the ladder to get to the second ladder to go down. And I'm like, are you good? And he goes,
100%.
Yeah, I'll be good.
100%.
He has that, like, yeah, I'll be good. I was like, okay, not shaky. It's all right. And I'm not wanting him to die. It's the second day. They gave him to me. I'm like, all right. I told him, give me the new people, right? Whatever. I'll keep it real with him. I get down there and I'm like, all right, so you need to walk out a little bit so you can like get over the ledge, which he's talking about that phone call. He's like, I don't know what you mean. Like, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. So I get up on the roof again. I'm like, fuck, here we go. Come on, guy. I walk back in the building, back up the first ladder. I get up to the top of the first ladder and I can see him near the second ladder, cowboy fucking gripping it. And he's like pommel horse sliding out a little farther than he was before, right? Like inchworm pommel horsing on the fucking boiling hot metal with a cowboy grip. I look,
matter to me.
You got to stand up. And he's like, you mean like on my feet? I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I can do that. I was like, that's a little too much for you? He's like, it might be. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, all right, I'm fuck with him a little bit. I'm going to scoot up this ladder in record time, which I did. I like fucking floated up the ladder just to be like, quit being a bitch. Then I grab it and just fucking walk out there. I'm like, whoop, 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 whoop. I was like, I remember because you were watching me and you were like, I'm not doing that. Like you had that look on your face like,
I'm not.
You didn't expect me to do that, do you? Like you had that
to
look.
This day, probably not doing that, dude.
Right. And so we talked a little bit and we get up on the unit, the fan motor's fucking crushed and we were on top and we're dripping water off our fucking faces. And we finally get ready and to find out it's busted a hole. Okay, great. Busted a hole. We can fix that. Well, once we fix that, the fucking filter's got to be changed. That's under the unit. We're under the fucking unit. Torches over our head. And I'm like, so you're going to get the whole gambit here on your second day. This is literally a very complex repair. Very, very stepped out, timed. There's a lot of things we got to do here. It's not just put a putter on, move a part. There's a lot of shit that goes into this. So get everything out. And at the end of the day, I'm like, so we're going to rope this down. And I don't want to do 19 rope exchanges. So I'm like, fucking load it up. Put as much shit on the rope as we can. I'm 220 pounds, bro. I'm not going to fucking fall off the roof. Come on. So I grabbed the rope and I said, so this is how you're going to have to do it, not the way you were doing it. And I walked out there, turned right down the corner, walked about 4 or 5 feet out there on the big wall. And I'm like,
but I don't think they understand, dude. It's literally the width of your shoe. It's not like It's not walking out, dude. Yeah, of course you walked out, but I swear to God, dude, we're talking about as wide as my fucking head.
It's probably that wide.
Is how fucking wide this ledge was. And it's not like there's a lower roof. If you fall, you break a leg, sprain an ankle, something. It's all right. It's like if you fall, you're dead. There's 100%. You're not surviving. You're dead.
Fair enough. So anyway,
second day.
I just walk out there and did it. I don't think about it because I've learned over the years not to think about it. Fucking just do it. No one's going to do it for you.
Yeah, but also, you and fucking Mike at the other company before this company were like, all right, brother, we got to fucking somehow figure this out. How about I'll tie a rope to myself and I'll rappel you down using my body weight? What the fuck are we talking about?
So I'm going to get that in a second. But I remember taking the rope, picking it up, swinging it over to the big wall, which was a 180, and then lowering it back down. And I remember looking over at you, and you were looking at me going,
I don't doubt it. I swear to God, I probably was like, it was probably like me watching fucking like God's or Jurassic Park for the first time. Like, holy shit, that looks real. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, all right, I'm going to talk a little shit. And I remember specifically, I said, nothing to it, you see?
Whatever, dude.
And I was like,
I swear to God,
write
if
it down
5,500 people in that fucking Discord saw it, they'd be like, "There's no way I'm doing that. No way I'm doing that."
Yeah, I just let it down. I'm like, whatever. And I went a little faster because it was heavy. I didn't want to fucking lean over and die. So I'm like, I'll go fast. You know, that's fucking freaking him out. I said, nothing to it, you see? And then you looked at me with that blanket. I said, you'll see. You'll get used to it. And you had that look on your face like,
I mean, that is true.
I'm not getting used
that
to it.
That was a very factual statement that you said my second day. 100%, I did get used to it.
Yeah, because like 6 months later,
there's still people there, and they're like, they're not used to it. Like Chris, he will not get within 3 foot of like the edge of a building.
Oh,
he's
I
like,
give
that's
him
it.
Shit about that, dude. How far
You
are you gonna
will
fall?
die.
You're so short. You're like a ball. You'll just bounce. Like a fucking rubber ball.
Yeah, how short are you? You'll fall forever. You're that short.
Maybe he should stay off the edge. Oh, it's fucked up, dude. He's like watching an ant fall off a fucking like little couch or whatever outside. Just, like in the Fallen Man from 9/11.
That would be his fucking noise.
That's fucked up, dude.
All right, let me ask you this.
Oh, fuck, that's good, dude.
Let me ask you this.
Memories. 6 months later, hold on. By the way, 6 months later, I called Andrew and I said, we're heading over here, blah blah blah, and I was like, so it was Santa Huntersville, the one over there in the corner with the 2 units. We always hung out in the mechanical room.
The one we lost during the hurricane.
Yeah,
is that one?
Yeah.
That was pretty fun, actually.
Yeah. So that one, but he was like, I'm not. That doesn't bother me anymore, dude. I was like, wait a minute, what? And you're like, yeah, I don't care anymore. I was like, really, holy shit, breakthrough. It happened. Like,
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all, dude. Yeah, I kind of like, every time I look over the side of the building, and I'm like, damn, that is a long way down.
And that's crazy. It. That's all you say. Really that's crazy. And then you walk around it like it doesn't even matter.
Harness? Fuck you, dude.
Bro, I don't have time for no fucking harness. I got to carry around a 20-pound harness that I got to unhook and rehook every 5 feet.
What am I tied to the unit that will 100% come with me?
That's just sitting there, by the way, not fastened down, just sitting there. Yeah.
There's been thousands of times now that I've worn a harness with nothing connected to anything. Like, if they see me, they just see the harness.
Uh-huh. Anyway, you were going to ask me, sorry.
All right. This is what I was going to switch it to.
Okay.
Rat beefs. Have you seen it?
Dude, yes.
What do you got right now?
First of all, let me just put it out there that none of these pussies would hold a feather to fucking Eazy-E and Dre. All right? Get your fucking rat beefs real, because real motherfucking G's and Dre Day.
Oh, and Dre. Oh, I thought you said
Drake.
Drake. I was like, chill out. Chill out.
Dude. Eazy-E and
Every time Drake whispers, I'm like, this is a little gay.
Right. So, first and foremost,
no offense to the gay guys. Yeah. I do love gay people.
No Diddy.
I sincerely do.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. Love the gays.
Yeah. I don't care if we're gay or not. None of my business if you like dick.
But I'm not saying gay is like.
Look, bro. I'm drinking tranny fluid. I don't want to hear it, bro.
I'm like, bro, gay is like.
Shout out to Dylan Mulvaney, which we'll talk about in a second. But rat beef. So neither one of them could bust a grape in a fruit fight versus Eazy-E or Dre, who was literally going at each other, dude.
Ether. Bro, come on, dude.
What are you talking about?
Hold on. Pause.
Yeah, no pause.
Pause.
Are you talking about the song Ether?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine.
Bro, that was one of maybe the best. Maybe the best.
I don't know, dude. No Vaseline.
Nas Ether.
Okay, it's good. Don't get me wrong.
It's up there. It's up there compared to what's going on.
But that was just New York beef. This was fucking national beef.
But beef is beef, though.
Okay, great. So, what number one?
Like, because honestly, if we're talking beef is beef, then Pusha T when Drake first when that shit happened, Pusha T might have got him, dude.
The Pusha T's a real gangster too, by the way.
Like honestly,
So you should probably quit fucking around with certain people.
fuck that guys, bro. They don't know me, dude.
So
I'm literally a nobody.
so like, all right. None of these guys could bust a grape back in the day, especially like when you had Ice Cube
Back
come
in the
out
day,
with no Vaseline, dude. No Vaseline? Are you kidding me? What a name!
I'm with
bro.
you though.
What
I'm with you.
Guy, oh my
But
god!
right
so anyway,
now,
yeah, right now, right?
everybody's
Okay.
talking shit. This is what I've gathered from it.
Kinda
And don't get me wrong.
Kinda.
What kind of happened is like Drake drops his whatever what was it called, Pusha or fucking I can't remember exactly what it's called. But he's like Pusha P, he's whispering on the track, and I'm like, that's gay. Love my gays.
Love my gays, dude. Shout out to the gays.
What I'm saying is
the gays are the
everybody
dudes,
was
man.
giving Kendrick shit for probably 2 weeks. Kendrick drops the initial like hit, whatever it is. He comes at him first with whatever that fucking song was with Future.
Right.
So he calls out Cole and Future. Cole actually comes out within what, a week?
3 days?
Not even a week. And then there's this weird thing where Cole apologizes, which Cole is one of my favorite rappers of all time. Don't get me wrong.
You're gonna say what I think you're gonna say.
It was a touch weird for him to be like, all right, I apologize. I'm also going to remove the song from everything so you can't listen to it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of gay.
Nah, that's not kinda. That's like
full-fledged gay.
That's like,
we'll admit it.
Yeah, that's like Queers for Palestine gay, bro. That's
also,
up there.
Cole has never been the guy to been calling out people, although he does rap about like. But this is also the thing too. It's like rap is about being the best. You always are going to say you're the best at rap. It is what it is.
Like a pro sport.
It truly, bro.
You are a pro. You're a professional musician, right?
You are a professional, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, as much as I love Kendrick and has loved him for as long as I can remember, like I kind of feel like without the beef, Cole kind of has eclipsed him.
So here's the problem. So it went back a little farther than that. It's back when Drake and J. Cole released that song, First Person Shooter.
Yes.
Where
I mean, J.
Cole says, y'all worry about the top three. He says, is it Kendrick? No, he says, is it K. Dot? What's Drake's real name?
Aubrey?
Yeah, is it K. Dot? Is it Aubrey? Is me? That's what he says, right? Is it K. Dot? Is it Aubrey or me? The top three. Yeah. That's what he's saying, right? He's not dissing anyone, right? He's just saying the conversation is between us three.
It's rap.
He's saying we are the top three. We're the top three. And
Everybody's done these bars.
So then Kendrick says, "The fuck you mean top three? Y'all can't y'all can't carry my jock strap.
Fuck the big three. It's just me."
That's right. Basically saying, "Fuck you guys. I'm way better." Right. So J. Cole's like, "Oh, bro, we're supposed to be friends. Hold on, let's talk about."
Wait a minute. Cole is.
Yeah.
I feel like Drake took it personal,
right?
Which makes sense for Drake, which in a weird way is like, damn, you're emotional as shit. This is rap. Everybody calls themselves the best. Just respond with some bars in a song. It's no big deal. But also as a consumer of rap, you're kind of like, damn, I like this.
It builds the culture. I'll appreciate that.
I love it. I do love it.
So,
but in your personal opinion, I'm sure you've heard both of these. I'm sure you've heard the Pusha P song by Drake, and I'm sure you've heard Euphoria by fucking Kendrick. Where are you at on it?
I like the flow of the Kendrick's beat because it changes mid-song, which is a determining factor in most of the most popular songs of all time. They have a turn in the beat and tempo changes.
Right. I'm with you.
It doesn't matter what the song is, like Van Halen, Cashmere, or anything. There's a twist in the song, and it changes and it catches you.
Yeah,
right?
You got to quote unquote, because rap's way different than like an alternative rock. But there's a chorus and a verse kind of switch. There's a switch in between, like the chord progression changes, or like maybe the snare is like different, or the hi-hat is way different. Like You might go with a slow hi hat, and then you go into like a boots like a fucking, you know what I mean. You there's a fucking drum set behind you. You know exactly what I mean.
100%.
You know what I mean,
100%, dude. I got to put the guitars behind me too, by the way. They're in a closet. I'll be honest
bro.
with you. I have zero guitar skill, but I can beat on the drums a
It
little bit.
doesn't matter. I need you to get. But the thing about recording drums though is it is way harder than recording a guitar.
Well, you can get an electric set, but I like the real ones.
No, but yeah, but either way, that might be cheaper. But at this point, you have a set. How many mics would you need to record your drums?
And the presser and the shuffler and
That's what I'm
everything else.
saying.
Yeah,
Because
that's the
I got a
problem.
guy mastering my stuff I make now. He's just practicing, but it's still like he's mastering it.
That's pretty dope. I have a guy who has a big guitar setup, and he's got this pedal board that I help him put together, and it's insane, dude. The amount of pedals on this pedal board for changes and pitch and tune and everything else is wild. Anyway, we're squirreling.
I'm with you.
So
I'm with you.
so
We're the
here's
same
my
person,
problem.
dude.
I like the flow of the Kendrick one's beat. However, today had someone cue me in on a bunch of the bars in that song were kind of dead ripoffs of other people.
I saw that on
And I'm like,
World Star.
yeah, World Star, which is a pretty formidable account. So,
I
right?
mean, I wouldn't call it formidable.
All right, it's formidable, bro. It's formidable, dude. If you were gonna fight him, you'd have to be like, all right, this is World Star.
What's crazy is I wake up every morning. The first thing I do is check charts, fucking Reddit, and then World Star.
Yeah, right.
And every time I get to World Star, I see something. I'm like, yeah, you guys are CNN or Fox News, dude. You guys are the same thing.
Yeah, dude.
But I'm with you. I'm seeing what you're reading.
I like the Drake. All right. So there's a really good breakdown of lyrics that this chick did from the university up north, but she broke down Biggie's lyrics in Hypnotize, right? And the way his every fifth word rhymed in every third line. All right. Every third line rhymed with every ninth verse or some, blah, 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 blah. It was a mathematical formula to his raps. It was insane.
Quote unquote deeper than rap.
100%. And her thesis was the rappers who can do this must always have hit songs. And the ones who don't are one hit wonders. Right? It's just the beat, it's just catchy, and it got you.
Catchy beats, catchy choruses.
Every young Lil Yachty song. It's just a catchy beat and catchy chorus, right? All right, gotcha. He's figured out the formula. Congrats. I can't stand it, but you got it. So the thing is, with lyricists, it's typically different than that. So anyway, I like the lyrical flow of the words in the Drake diss because he took it a little farther than Kendrick did, where Kendrick was just kind of saying stuff.
Almost pure rap battle.
It was just a little bit of a rap battle-ish, where Drake was like, "Oh, do you remember when I actually fucked your wife in the hotel over in Arkansas in Little Rock at 3rd and 19th on Friday 17th?" You know what I mean? And I was like, "Oh, well, can you say that about his wife? Because that was pretty bad, dude. Like, he came at you right there pretty good, dude. That was a pretty good one. I didn't even know it until I went back and reheard the lyrics. I was like, oh, that's his wife. Bro, you fucked his wife?
Oh, the Whitney Houston security guard.
Yeah. Bar. I'm like, oh, shit. All right, well, that's fucking mean, dude. Like, I thought you guys were just fucking
I'm not
going
to lie. I've listened to both. The funniest, just as a guy that loves to be funny, the funniest fucking thing is Kendrick revoking Drake's use of the N-word.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
It is the funniest. What's funnier than that is there's a petition on change.org for Drake. I was like, yo, this is funny. Like, just as a spectator,
that's good.
Watching it is amazing. Like, it is what everybody wants. It literally is, dude. Because rap has always been about.
We haven't had a good rap battle.
We haven't. We need competition.
At the same time, by the way.
Keep going at you, especially as probably, I mean, realistically, in this era, the top three. And I know Drake or Cole is just like, I'm out. Like, I'm going to apologize and do everyone a gay shit.
And I'm a little upset about that.
I kind of am too, because Cole is my guy, dude. Like, out of those three, because Kendrick, I don't know how anybody else feels, but Kendrick is kind of like, and I kind of get it, because he's more of a poet almost. Like, it takes him way longer to do shit. But like, there's been a few albums where I'm just kind of like Good Kid, Mad City might be top 5.
Okay. Here's where I got
a lot of albums. And don't get me wrong, I'm younger than like you are, so you got a few more years of rap under your, like, you know, you've seen more shit come out.
Subtle diss.
Especially in your, no, not even that. Like, you know what I mean though.
Subtle diss.
But you know what I mean though. Like, you've seen like shit that's like a little bit older when I probably was listening to goddamn Backstreet Boys.
I was slapping real motherfucking G's, bro.
You know what I'm saying though?
NWA Automobile.
So there's a part of me that's like, I have like this weird thing where I'm like, well, I don't know, like, it doesn't connect. Maybe like Nas's shit, because Nas's shit doesn't really connect with me. And don't get me wrong, I do think he's one of the better lyricists
Easy
of
Tiger.
all time.
Easy Tiger.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy Tiger.
No, but you know what I'm saying though?
Bro, Nas had an album
do you
about
understand with me?
Nas had an album about a fucking book of rhymes, homie.
But do you know what I'm saying though?
Right. I get it.
It's just generational where I missed on, like, I was too young to really even know what the fuck rap was. Like, rap to me really got traction in me with Sitting Fat Down South album. What's the song? Oh god damn, dude.
Who?
Is it Lil Troy?
Oh shit, wanna be a baller?
Want to be a baller. That was the first rap song that hit me in the head that I was like, bro, rap is the fucking shit, dude. Like,
real quick.
Like, I'm like,
Double Dose, Marble Flows, Naked Hoes Around Me.
Bro.
Come on, dude.
It might be dude, I'm not even lying to you. It might be number one in personally.
Oh, of your favorite
I was
song of all time?
Dude, I swear to God.
Oh,
I swear to God.
Let's finish the rap piece first, because we've hit another tangent.
Honestly, though, my favorite movie of all time is Tommy Boy, so people will probably shit on me.
Of course not, bro. It's fucking great, dude. Fat guy in a little coat. Are you kidding me?
Sitting Fat Down South. What year is that?
It's 97.
Is it? Lil Troy. I know it's Lil Troy.
It's 97 or 98.
98.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right on it, dude. I was 8 years old when I heard that. I was 8.
Dude, I was fucking getting high to that song.
Imagine an 8-year-old hearing that, and he's like, "Rap is the shit."
So for me, all right.
If you were 8 years old, heard that, you would be like, "Oh, obviously, this is the best song that's ever been made." Fuck everybody.
So, like, all right, I'm always gonna be biased to Cole, but for what it's worth, his diss was better because he told a story in the diss. It wasn't just talking shit. He told a story.
I am with you. I saw a lot of people shitting on his diss, and I'm like, nah, dude.
Well, he told a story. He explained. Look, hey, look, your first album was pretty good, but you finished second.
Right.
You got beat by a white boy from Seattle.
These motherfucker gassed you up on your third album. That shit wasn't shit.
And he's like, the third album was kind of sick. It was tar on the fact that everyone who came on your album was better than you. All right, second album. Hey, don't get me wrong, it's pretty good.
And I love Kendrick, dude. That's
don't get me wrong. Yeah, he can go, dude.
I'm trying to be as objective as I can be, and I'm
justice,
like,
he's
not wrong.
Loyalty,
bro. Good Kid, Mad City is up there. I mean, that album is crazy.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Are you kidding me? I say that every day.
And then it kind of follows with, like, I mean, I'm not shitting on his, what am I looking for? Artistry. Like, I know he's an artist though. He's rapping, but he's an artist. Like,
yeah, but
it's
those
like,
Brompton guys, man, that's the way they are. They're gonna say they're the best at everything.
Everybody that's in rap would say that. If you don't say that, then everybody that's like a fan is kind of like, all right, well, if you don't think you are.
Now here's another question. If you say that knowing that you're not even fucking top 100, it just makes you a poser, right?
True. It's like wearing.
It's like Chase Claypool saying he's a top 3 wide receiver.
It's like being me in middle school and people were in Vans, but you don't got a skateboard.
100%, dude. Check out my sweet blue and whites.
Right? I remember people used to be like, "Can you do an ollie though?
Can you do a kickflip?" I told my
I don't
kid
even
do
have
a kickflip the other day when he was talking
skateboard.
shit to me. I was like, "Oh, okay, really? Do a kickflip then." He was like, "What's a kickflip?" I was thinking, "Asshole, whatever." I just told him that to see what he would say. He's like, "What's a kickflip?"
It's
I
gotta
was like,
be one of the funniest dad things to do of all time.
"Yeah, dude." He's like, "Oh, you're getting old and you're getting bald and you're Mr. Clean." I was like, "All right, asshole, do a kickflip."
Do
And
a
he's like,
kick-
"What's a kickflip?" I was like, "Yeah." The fucking dad energy him, dude.
You just fucking throw a skate, do a kickflip, throw a skateboard out.
100%. 100%. So J. Cole had the better beef song on the fact that it told you the
I
story.
liked it.
It explained stuff. He kind of said, I don't even want to do this, but my boys were juicing me up. So they said they want blood. So I'm giving them blood. So,
And Cole's not
and he's
like
like, at
that,
the end of the
really.
song, at the end of the song, he was like, by the way, again, we didn't have to do this. Okay. It doesn't have to be this way.
Cole's not even like a beef guy.
We're all rich. What are you doing?
The
Right?
fuck? Yeah, literally, what the fuck are we doing?
You're just pissing here. We don't need the pissing contest, bro. We can fucking make millions of dollars together.
I thought that about Kendrick's song too, where he's like, "This is just rap." It's like this shit ain't real. He literally is like, "This isn't real. This is just rap."
No, it's real. Yeah,
But that's what it
you know what I
is.
mean?
You know
Like,
what I'm saying though?
right,
Like you're
right, right.
making it real. Like it should be. I'm not saying it should be because I love this shit either way. I love the fucking going back and forth. Like when Kendrick dropped Control, what 10 years ago now,
Mm-hmm.
and called out every motherfucker in the game. Like
Yeah,
I
and
was
said I'm
literally
better
when
than
I
y'all.
heard it,
I'm like,
I was like, dude,
okay,
this is what's gonna happen next. And then nothing really happened.
right.
It
And see,
literally
that's
didn't
about the
happen.
same time that J. Cole put out False Prophets.
Yeah, true.
Somebody should have
But I
told me it was
thought,
going to be like this. He's
but
talking about Kanye.
I was about to say, I think he's talking about fucking Kanye
The
and
whole
that shit.
song, yeah. He's talking about Kanye, yeah. You know, you're supposed to be my role model. You're supposed to show me how it's done. You know what I mean?
Which is funny because then recently, like, Kanye did the whole Jesus tour thing with his like, and then immediately, not immediately, but like what, a year later, 2 years later, he's like, I'm doing
He started churches. Yeah, and then they're like, you can't do that. That's embezzlement. And he was like, well, fuck, I guess I'll do porn.
porn.
You guys see my wife's titties? You want
Yeah, dude, you put them online every goddamn day,
to?
dude.
Oh, look at that. There they are. Oh, shit, that's how that works. My bad. So, yeah, as
I
far as
just say
rap beef
the
goes,
funnest part for me is the beef, like quote unquote beef, like them rapping towards each other. As long as somebody don't end up shot each other, like that's a whole nother level.
well,
Though.
like, I think J. Cole's smart enough to know he's a family man. He's got kids. He's not going to do that. That's why he
And
bowed
he's
out. He's like,
J.
I don't want to
Cole
do this.
though.
He's like, I don't want to do this.
Everybody
You know what I mean?
loves
Like,
J. Cole. Like everybody loves
well,
J.
maybe not
Cole.
now. We'll see what
Maybe,
happens.
but
We'll see what
I still
happens.
do.
Maybe
And he was beloved by everybody before then.
Maybe he can come
I
on
mean,
the
I've
better
seen
side.
him at Charlotte Hornet games in the fucking tunnel where the guys park. We've
Sitting front
literally
row,
been
bro.
outside of the game screaming, Cole, 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 and he just ignores us for fucking 45 minutes, and then eventually he's like, all right, what's up, y'all? I'm like, fuck yeah, we did that. We did that.
Stupid, dude.
We did that, dude.
So we get to
Y'all
work.
are lucky that he turned around, y'all dumbass.
Yeah, he
And it's
sits
just
front
like,
row at
yeah.
Hornets games because he owns part of the team, by the way.
No, for sure. And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna love Cole because he's North Carolina born. I mean, it is what it is. But like Kendrick was for the longest time, I thought Kendrick was on the way up, and then I think there's this thing where Kendrick's more of an artist than a rapper. He is a rapper,
Good point.
but his art is rap. So it's
The
like
songs are very different, like Outcast.
100. Yes, that's a fucking great comparison.
It's not normal.
Where he's like writing shit, like writing, and not like trying to flow over a beat. Like he's trying to tell you something when he's writing.
Can you still hear me?
He's full on writing.
Can you still hear me?
Did we lose it again?
Yeah, it's gonna cut off, but wait for a minute. It'll come back. Ooh, burp. Told me it would Be like this. Be like this. Be like this. False prophets. Somebody should have told me it would be like this. Be like
That's
this.
what I'm saying.
Be like
Zoom
this.
can't handle this heat. Is
Bro,
what's happening right
smoke,
now.
dude. So yeah. So
like a 3-hour pod, and they're like, "Yo, you're gonna chill out,
I
bro."
kept going so that I wouldn't forget where we were. So I'm Team J. Cole. Thing is, he bowed out. So for now, it's gonna be Drake, just based on the fact that no one's got shot or killed. And as long as no one gets shot or killed, I'm cool with it. We need this for the culture because I need to hear some lyrics,
I'm with you.
and I need to hear
100% with
I need to hear less pop.
I'm with you, dude.
I want some culture
That's what
back,
I feel about it,
dude. Like when I remember, because now this segues into what you
I
asked
want
about.
competitive rap.
Right. Okay. So this segments off into what you said earlier about what was your favorite rap song and stuff, and how you got to listen to stuff. So I'd never heard any hip hop or rap. Never. My family was hardcore Leonard Skinner, fucking drink beer, smoke weed on the back porch every day. Shania Twain didn't exist yet. You're too young.
Nah, dude,
so it was fucking Journey, fucking Foreigner, dude, White Snake. That's what they wanted to listen to. Leonard Skinner.
Love all those though, actually.
100%. So
everyone you just said, I'm like,
well, at the time I hated it. At the time I hated it. I mean, everybody in my family smoked, so there was always ashtrays.
What were you into when they were listening to that? What did you want to listen to?
Oh fuck! You know what? Almost nothing.
Really?
Because here's the problem. So it was hard rock. It was southern rock or country or 80s rock all the time. And I'm like, at this point,
hair bands.
Yeah, I would be 10. 1993, I was 10. I was born in 83. So from like 93 to 97.
Bro, I was 3 years old. You're not that much older than me, but then when you put it in 90s, it's like
it's just a shift in segments, right? That's where it changes. It's like things change very rapidly. So
always
in the early 90s, rap was just now picking up steam. So it's 93. That's when I started hearing hip hop, and the first one that wasn't my favorite song, but it was catchy, was Skilo. I wish I was a little bit taller. I watched that on MTV on repeat. 1993. It was on repeat on MTV over and over and over because it was banger, dude. So
it still
cool.
is actually
so cool, right? Okay. Then little by little, I hear more and more hip hop watching MTV because they would do like MTV Summer Jams or whatever. And that was back when they played music videos. And I thought that was fucking amazing. But they didn't play music videos of the good stuff. NWA, Snoop, Dre, any of those guys. It didn't play.
They were hesitant.
Biggie, none of it. They were hesitant to play videos, right? So that didn't come to like 96, 97. So it's like 1993, 1994. And I hear it and I'm like, that's pretty cool. Then D2, Mighty Ducks come out. Whoop, there it is.
Ooh, bro.
So I was like, what the fuck is this? How could you not want skating rinks, bro? Shut it down. That music didn't exist until I saw that. That was before I knew Two Live Crew existed.
They put it in a feature film?
Two Live Crew, I never knew who that was. They were already out for multiple years by then. I had no fucking clue who
But then they put it in a feature film where kids are going to hear it.
Oh my God. I was so hooked. Do you understand? So hooked. All right. Well, I heard it at the skating rink. Oh my God, this is the fucking coolest thing ever, dude. And I'm like, at this point, 11 or 12, I'm trying to get smashed. I'm trying to smash, bro. I'm trying to find any girl I can to smash. I'm pubescent, ready to rock, guns loaded 99 out of 100 times. And they're playing this music at the skating rink, and I'm trying to get these bitches to come out here and skate. Nope, not having it. But I loved it. 1995, we moved from Gastonia, from the hood. We moved to the trailer park in Kings Mountain, out in the woods. No more. So I lived in the hood in Gastonia from 89 to 95. I lived in the hood in Gastonia. 94 lived in the hood. Which was a different experience. That wasn't necessarily good or bad. It was just different, but it helped me out later on in life. But I got to my buddy's house in Kings Mountain. I just met him a couple weeks after I met him. We're sitting in his front yard listening to music on a fucking Walkman. However the fuck you want to say it, bro. And what tape does he pop in? fucking NWA Automobile. Okay, I've never heard anything like this before. All that I want is a little puss. All that I want is just a little head. I'm like, oh, you can say that? Like you're allowed to, bro? Oh my God. And we'll ride home in my automobile. You'll listen to it after this and be like, holy shit, this is the first fucking rap song, like real rap song I ever heard. This was it. My introduction to hip hop and rap was Skilo and like Whoop, there it is. And then NWA Automobile. And I was immediately like, that's
so
the coolest shit
different.
I've ever heard, bro. I want to hear more of that. So he let me have the tape. And the tape was N Words for Life in reverse. Right? That was the picture of that was the name of the CD.
It's Skaggin.
Bro. So I mean, like this got so many bangers on it. Like I never heard any of this stuff before. This is after Ice Cube had left the band. I didn't know about any of that. That's when I started learning about rap beef. So that was way more impressionable to me than the new stuff is, right? To me, this new stuff is so soft.
Yeah, bro, it's like core memory shit.
Yeah, dude. It's so soft now compared to what we had back then. That's when my cousin and me were basically the same age. And he had some, so he still lived in Gastonia, but I moved to Kings Mountain. But as we were getting older, we had cars. We started a car club. It was fucking stupid. We were both stoners. We listened to the same music. We had cars with loud radios, fucking terrible. But he had Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style. Dude, listen. Gin and Juice.
Talking about core memories.
Gin
dude.
and Juice. Are you fucking serious right now?
Especially for you at that age, dude. That is literally core.
Rolling down the
memory,
street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Do you understand that we were
Sipping
rolling down
on
the
gin
street?
and
We were
juice.
rolling down the street burning one. But what we would do, we didn't know what gin and juice was, for the record. So we would go to the corner store over at the Indian store and just give the guy $5 extra so he'd sell us Mad Dog 2020. We'd just get orange Mad
Jesus
Dog.
Christ.
So we were riding down the road, drinking Mad Dog, smoking weed, bro. This is the life. So yeah, good times, bro. What an idiot. So
With
anyway,
that fucking
don't do that, kids.
playing
But that's outright.
in the
So
background.
then like, I would say it was like 1996 or 1997. That's when Biggie and Pac were really going at it. That's why I fucked your bitch, fat motherfucker. Get money, fake money,
Bro, that might be that fucking song.
Yeah, dude. And this was just Biggie making subtle little drops, dude. Nothing major, subtle little drops, right?
And with the radio play though,
And it got radio
Bro,
play. Grab your Glocks when you
that's
see
what-
Tupac, bro. I was like, what, dude?
which is also
shot
a
me, but you
innocuous
hoes couldn't
Drake
finish.
of him being like, "Yo, you can't play the fucking." He tried to fucking stop the what was it, Future and the shit that popped it off. Really,
You're
it was
talking
like
about
Future and Kendrick dropped that
Oh,
song.
yeah.
The song where Kendrick is like he comes out and says, "It ain't Big Three, it's just
Big
Big
Me.
Me."
Yep.
And there's this thing going around that's like Kendrick or Drake was like trying to shut down radio play for that.
Mm-hmm.
Which, in a way, I'm kind of like, yeah, well, Drake is half white. He would use litigation.
Bro, that's fine. And Canadian. And Canadian.
And I'm not hating on either one of them because I
So-
love both of them.
Yeah.
Actually.
So for what it's worth, I listen to the music every day. Today I was listening to Fake Love and How About Now, and I was vibing to that shit today. Like I was just in here trading, fucking vibing to that shit. So I'm here for it. What we skipped over was the Chris Brown and Quavo shit,
Bro,
dude. Duh. For what it's worth, we need to get some out the way here. Chris Brown, did you understand? Not the one to fuck with. Very, very, very bad hood rap. Just managed to get a little bit farther ahead than most because he's more talented.
is a hit maker, but is also maybe the most savage motherfucker.
He's so talented, dude. He can do anything. He's like Jamie Foxx. He can do anything. All right.
That's why he
Sing,
gets
rap,
away
dance,
with the
everything.
savage shit, dude.
Yeah, bro.
That's why he gets away with the craziest shit. It's like you hear shit on the radio, you forget that he beat the fuck out of maybe the most popular fucking female artist.
Bro, he beat the shit out of Rihanna. People are like, well, I mean,
It's like, yeah, but did you hear that song?
yeah, bro. He fucking can dance though, dude. Have you seen Look at Me Now, bro? He did fucking Spike Lee, dude. It was great.
Look at me now.
Yeah, he's fucking Spike Lee, bro. Look at that. Like I was holy shit. Have you heard Run It? Bro, he can dance. He can dance really well. Hey, look at Freaky Friday. Right? So
that's what I wanted to show you, dude.
Oh shit. What is this? Are you gonna show me nudes? Well, hit me with it, bro. Is this Pokemon cards? Fuck out of here, dude.
Oh, there it is.
I don't want to see Pokemon cards.
Brother. We got a Charlotte legend in the house. I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. But that is an autographed Muggsy Bogues card.
Bro. Stop it, dude. Where'd you get that?
eBay, brother.
I can see it very well, sir. I'm old enough to remember the Muggsy, LJ, and Zoe painting on the side of the First Union
crime
building.
Is it probably was like $12 to get, and I was like, "Yo, you guys are sleeping on Muggsy Bogues." This card is from
1995, 95, or 94.
God damn it! Don't make me fucking look it up.
It's one of the two. Look at the stats on the back. It'd be
no. Hold on.
1 year later than the stats.
I need a light.
Oh my God, how old are you, dude? He's got to get the light turned on to be able to see. Jesus Christ.
1992.
92, dude. Bro, that's dope. Look at him balling on Ewing, dude. That's a great picture.
I mean, bro, I was kind of pissed when I was like, "Are you shitting me? Nobody's fucking bidding more than fucking $5." 12 won instantly. I was like, "You guys are assholes. I guess you're not from Charlotte, but this is a Charlotte fucking legend."
Dude was out there killing it 5'3".
Bro, you know what's funny? I swear to God,
you don't even like the Hornets.
5'3", 140 fucking pounds.
He was the size of my kid.
He's a fucking 9-year-old.
Yeah, dude.
Wrecking shit, dude.
Running the fucking point.
As soon as I like, for whatever reason, I typed in Charlotte Hornets on eBay, typed in autograph cards, and that was like the first 2 or 3 that popped up, and I was like, "Are you shitting me? Somebody's got a bid for $3 on it." I was like, "You guys are out of your goddamn mind, dude. That's a Charlotte legend, dude."
See, I love my Hornets, dude. See, I can go all day about the Hornets.
I do too, dude. As much as they suck, I still love them, and I can't help it. It's just like the fucking Panthers, dude. I'm just like,
so
I hate them so fucking much. Don't get me wrong, I hate them, dude.
So
I hate them more than I hate any other team in the world. But I'm like, but that hate means love. Like that's the only reason.
Stupid, dude.
That's the only reason I hate them. It's because like from around 2015 to 2016.
Yeah, bro.
That should have been a dynasty. But then you watch that fucking I don't know if it was on YouTube or Amazon. I know we had a Hard Knocks episode. But if you watch that episode, if you see the guys on that team, you're like, "Oh, bro, we're about to actually be a dynasty." And then the very next year, they're like, "All right, we'll get rid of every fucking person on this squad except for Kuechly, who's gonna retire that year." And you're just like, "What in the fuck are we doing?"
Yeah. So here's the thing. While both of my teams suck, for what it's worth, all my sports teams suck right now. Okay. Except my Tar Heels.
Bro. Who's your sports teams? I was about to say, no way, dude.
All right,
you love the Braves, bro. We're number 1 in the league.
Look. I love my Braves. They had a run there where they were pretty shitty.
Not gonna lie. The 2010s were rough to us,
bro.
And then we got to the end of it, and we started coming back around.
Yeah, once they got rid of old dude and switched GMs, things changed.
Which means I just missed the whole game, and I'm gonna have to try to wake up tomorrow without seeing any of it to watch.
Do you want me to just tell you the score now?
No, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Here's the problem: my Braves, Hornets, Panthers, Tar Heels. Simple. Braves, Hornets, Panthers, Tar Heels. I will forever be those fans, and it's emotional. And it's like I tell everyone: when you trade, you don't use emotions. You will lose if you use emotions. You might win every once in a while, but you're swinging for the fence, and you're going to strike out most of the time.
100%.
All right, you might hit a home run. You might be fucking cool, but most of the time you're going to strike out. All right, you might remember the home runs, but the strikeouts will be so much worse. Everybody says you can't fucking hit, bro. Stop swinging. Right. So, all right. That's kind of how my sports teams are, in the sense that They're only good every once in a while, and they suck really bad. But it doesn't matter. It's emotional for me because my grandpa was a Braves fan, and I could sit there and watch Braves games with him until I literally fell
grandpa
asleep.
and the Braves is like core memory.
So right, so the inverse of that, my grandpa was a Duke fan. He fucking loved Christian Laettner. Fucking loved Christian Laettner. Hated the Tar Heels. So the thing was,
my grandpa in the mouth, dude, right now.
The thing was,
he's dying.
Yeah, dude.
Dying.
So like, I would watch a Tar Heel game, and he would be so pissy, and I didn't get it. And then the Duke would come on, look, and that fucking Christian Laettner and Bobby Hurley, and my grandpa was in love. You understand?
Fucking elated.
I remember this memory so well. Kentucky Duke, 91 or whatever the fuck it is. Laettner hits the turnaround, right? All right. So I'm sitting there with my grandpa watching it, and he's trying to get everybody to shut up because he's locked the fuck in. All right. He's locked the fuck in, dude. Floor model wooden TV against the wall, with fucking Jesus trinkets all over it and shit, bro.
Halfway off his fucking recliner.
Dude,
100%.
Locked the fuck in. All right. So he's trying to get everybody to shut up. And I remember Hill throws the ball to Laettner. Laettner hits the stab, hits the shot, makes it. And he makes it, and my grandpa is fucking cheesing hard, giggling and shit. I'm like, well, that was a good shot. Good thing it's only halftime. Because it says second at the bottom. Not.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was the second quarter, bro. I'm like, we made a shot. Whatever. He's like, no, that's the end of the game. I was like,
whatever, dude.
No, it's at the end of the game. He's like, yeah, it is. I'm like, well, the Hornets play 4 quarters. He's like, this isn't the Hornets, Keith.
It's like quarters.
Duke's going to win. He was all fucking happy about winning going to the championship. That was the Final Four. Yeah. And I remember that moment thinking, I don't think I like that team. I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that.
Turned on him right there.
And then he kept going. And then the next year, fucking Laettner and Hurley left, and they had Cherokee Parks. And my grandpa was big dick energy over Cherokee Parks. He was ass. He was ass. But Dick Vitale had hyped him up. So my grandpa was all about that shit, bro. Oh, man. And then he sucked, and I got to rub it in my face, and it made my grandpa mad when the Tar Heels won. I was like, well, fuck you then. We can both like the Braves, but fuck Duke. And from this day,
a rivalry all by yourself.
So I already knew about the Tar Heels because Jordan played for the Bulls. He was my favorite player. Every time the Hornets played the Bulls, I was locked the fuck in.
Of all time, dude.
Okay? I was locked in. So I knew Jordan was a Tar Heel, which I thought was cool. I liked the number 23. Thought that was cool. But I knew he was a Tar Heel, and then my papa would say something mean like, there you go, bro. Let's go.
Of all time, dude.
So he would say something mean like, oh, we don't like them Bulls. I'm like,
fuck out of here, brother. We love the Bulls. That's North Carolina strong.
He's like, I'm not a Jordan guy. I'm like, what? How can you not be a Jordan guy? And that's when I learned he didn't like the Tar Heels.
That's what it was.
Just didn't like the Tar Heels.
He was so hardcore,
100%,
dude. He was like,
100%. He was in.
Ever.
He was in. Duke was the dude for him, right? So, hey, it made me turn. So we still had the Braves in common. He didn't really like football too much, mostly baseball and basketball. So that was an important time in my life when shit really went bad. My life really started to crumble in like 1990. 93 to 97 were the worst years. That should have been the best years, but everything changed in there. All right. So that was the time when the Panthers first were created. Holy shit. Like all these Cowboys and Redskins.
95 or 96?
95.
What year was that? 95?
All these fans around here
didn't they make the playoffs and make
second year?
Didn't they make the second round of the playoffs?
Championship.
I know they won the first round, right?
They lost to Brett Favre. Yeah, they
but
beat
I mean,
Jacksonville.
as an expansion team, dude. Like
second year, bro. So right, so that what I could do was I could get the bunny ears on the TV to pull up the channels for the Panthers, the Hornets. I could watch those games, and I could go in and tune the fuck out of whatever was bad was happening in my life. I could go in the bedroom. I could watch what was on TV. That usually was on channel 46 here in Charlotte, WJZY, and it would be the Hornets, and the Braves were on the TBS, so I could get them on the fucking bunny ears, bro. Super excited about it. Dude. I could watch the Braves, I could watch the Hornets, and I could tune everything else out, right? No matter whatever else was bad in my life, I get that little black and white TV, and I could hear it, and I could lock the fuck in. I saved my money to go buy the cards in the packs until I got all the Hornets. And I would interchange the cards as the game was going, and I would have a little Nerf basketball goal that my grandma got me that stuck on the wall with suction cups, and I'm shooting and trying to imitate what's happening in the game. Every fucking
that's
game,
fucking
dude.
fire. Actually,
I would have the cards over here and be like, oh, they're taking Muggsy out and putting fucking Bobby Phelps in or whatever, right?
All right, well, I'll trade this card out. Fucking
yeah, fucking for sure. Oh, look, they're putting him in instead. Like the LJ's coming out and they're putting Gil.
I'm with you, dude.
I was all into it, dude, and that was my shit.
That's core memory type shit.
Yeah,
dude.
bro. So it'll never go away. I'll always be a Hornets fan. And that
moment in my life, that's a core memory.
That was how I got away. That was how I tuned out. That's why it's emotional to me. Like, I care so much about things I can't control as far as sports go. My fucking
Which
Panthers
is the worst thing to care about.
Yeah, dude.
It's the worst thing to care about.
Yes, 100%. They're gonna let you
down.
The
Panthers have let me down so many times. That is the part about being a fan of Charlotte sports is just like
you're always mid, as the kids say.
Mid as fuck, and when you win a big game, you're like, "This is the greatest moment of my life."
100%.
Like the next 5 games, you're like, "How the fuck did we lose against an under 500 team?"
So then I didn't know until I was an adult that there was other stuff to it. We're a mid-major market, okay? Until we break into the top 10 markets, you're never going to have attractive players want to be here. They only come here to get paid.
Like San Antonio is the same market as us.
The difference is they had an all-time great. And then lucked out and got another all-time great.
They had what? Duncan Robinson
and Ginobili and Tony Parker.
Tony Parker is, I swear to God, like I don't know when it was, like years ago now though, but I was like, Tony Parker's got to be about to retire. And then I looked him up and I'm like, he's 31. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, he looks 50.
At that age, I was like, bro, there's no way this guy hasn't been I was like, wait a minute. He's been in the league since he was 18 years old?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
French as fuck.
We don't get those guys in Charlotte.
No. We don't ever get that lucky.
What's funny is, did you see Devontae Graham talking shit about Charlotte?
What?
Yeah, he was like, they traded us, fuck Charlotte. Traded him, fuck Charlotte, because I think he was on.
He wanted to get paid. That was a contract year. Yeah, that's right. That's right before they drafted
Don't get me wrong. He was one of the better players of Charlotte.
Under 6 foot guards don't win championships.
True, but I mean, he made the playoffs with who the fuck was he with? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying, though. Yeah. We're in that weird gray area of being like almost a big enough city to pull enough big players, but then also like not. And then goddamn Batum, who's he play for now?
Clippers. He's in the playoffs right now.
Bro,
quality minutes.
The other night,
quality minutes.
I swear to God, the other night he had like 20 points.
Dude, and was killing it on D. He gets dunked on every once in a while. He don't give a fuck.
And I'm like, all right, bro, how the fuck? But then you start thinking like it's just like kind of like a baseball thing where like, all right, your cleanup hitter is protected by who? Oh, nobody?
Yeah.
We'll just pitch around him. It makes him a non-factor.
Barry Bonds in San Francisco.
Same way with Batum. It's like if nobody can drive and dish to him as a spot up, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Like, yeah, you can pay him all this money because he was scoring points with Team A, whatever it is. But that's only because they had a fucking playmaker.
Mm-hmm.
They had 2 or 3 guys they could kick it to. He's left open all the time. A wide open shot by a professional basketball player. I mean, yeah, your percentages are probably true. If you can shoot 40% from 3, that's a problem if you're facing a team. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's the issue. You're never going to get okay. So you get
we're mid-market. You're right.
You
bro.
get
we're
one.
Mid-market.
You get one guy. If you have one guy, people say, okay, well then you're good. The problem is that's not the way things are structured anymore.
Our best player was Terry Rozier forever. And don't get me wrong, Terry Rozier was ripping for the Hornets.
Scary Terry, bro.
What is he doing now?
Yeah, he's a pickup player on the
now
Celtics.
He's just like
he's a pickup
the
player
guy
on the Celtics,
that might get 10 minutes, 13 minutes a game.
Our best player is a bench player on every other team.
That's what the problem is.
So how do you fix that? Well, you have to draft well. Guess what the Hornets haven't done?
Bro, don't get me fucking started on that shit. That shit pisses me off, dude.
So you have that's what San Antonio hit.
When did we get rid of those contracts? 2 years ago of like him signing Cody Zeller for fucking
7 years.
Ridiculous money. Batum was signed for literally probably the best contract in Charlotte history,
2
and
points a
he's
game.
like averaging 2 points a game, dude.
Yeah. He came here
But
and got
it's like
paid and
Batum
dipped.
is not, and he's not like Ja Morant where he can make his own shot when he wants to, drive the lane or kick it. Right?
Nope.
That's
You
not
have to
who
throw it to
Batum
him
is.
perfect spot.
Yes,
He
sir.
needs 2 other guys to take the shot first.
But don't
Which
get
is
me
not.
wrong. I've been to plenty of Charlotte games the past 2 years, and I'm like, this is kind of cool because you can sit right below the fucking goal for nobody.
Yep. That's actually pretty cool. And I was going to take the boys to a game this
It'd be
year.
cool. It'd be worth it if I had to give you. I don't know how many games you've been to, but the suggestion, we just went to one probably last month. If you go to a game, not upper deck, but the middle tier deck, right at the fucking right at the ledge. Right at the ledge. I mean, I think me and my buddy, we went to see the Warriors came. Man, he's a huge Warriors fan. I truly kind of don't care about NBA basketball,
Mm-hmm.
only because when I care, it's the Hornets,
Mm-hmm.
and the Hornets are just the Hornets. The
Right.
Hornets are gonna Hornet, bro.
100%, dude.
But it is cool to see like a good team coming to town. You get to see like a future Hall of Famer, Curry,
Right. So
Embiid,
that was the
anybody like
reason.
that.
That was another thing. Everyone says, well, the Hornets had their chances and they blew it. Well, that what they're mentioning is the whole Kobe thing. But you got to remember that Kobe and his agent
Bro,
made it very clear that he would not be playing in Charlotte.
he
Don't
didn't
pick
want
him.
to.
Don't pick
He
him.
did
And,
not
and what
want
happened?
to.
They said, well, we're going to do it anyway. And they picked him. Okay, now you've put pressure on LA because they wanted him. So now you can get what you want, which is all the other players that they didn't care about because they wanted Kobe. They knew they were getting Shaq. Don't give a fuck about Vlade Divac.
Literally don't. Even though at this point in time, we would have took him.
Yeah. The thing is, then later they said, "Oh, Kobe come out and said, what would have happened if the Hornets
He
drafted
might
you
have
and didn't
actually
trade you?"
started the whole
he said,
flop
"Well,
thing.
I would have played." No, you wouldn't. That's not true
No,
because you
that's not
told
true.
them not to pick you. Don't pick me. I'm not. It's just like when Eli Manning got drafted by the Chargers, and then said, "You pick. I don't know why you did this. I told you don't pick me." And then they traded him the very next pick for Phillip Rivers, right? But they got an extra draft pick.
And the way pro sports are, like, it's not like college where they're signing to go there. They're like, I don't want to be here.
Especially if somebody like Orlando or Charlotte drafts you and you didn't want to be there to begin with.
And
you wanted to be on the Lakers
age,
or whatever.
At that age, bro, they're not worried about legacy and shit. They're like, I don't give a fuck if I don't play with fuck
right
first.
And add in the fact
I'm
that
here.
the ownership that the Hornets had didn't make it any better. Michael Jordan's a terrible manager.
He's the worst. My greatest basketball player of all time. I mean, I love the guy, but like, worst fucking manager of all time?
Bro, hired yes men to run the thing. And was like, why don't we win?
Those people that it took years to get out.
Bro.
Cody Zeller, you signed. I can't remember what the number was, but like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Cody Zeller? You signed him for
And he's back.
I think we've exceeded Zoom pods,
Bro,
dude.
hold on a second. I got to pee real quick.
I'm with you, dude.
I got to pee real bad. Hold on.
So anyway, I'm a fucking nobody. And if it weren't for Keith, none of this would be happening.